Hey everyone, welcome to Denver, Colorado, home of four major sports teams, including the Denver Broncos of the NFL, three-time Super Bowl champions, the last in 2015, the Denver Nuggets of the NBA, one-time champion back in 2023, so very recent, the Colorado Avalanche of the NHL, three-time Stanley Cup winners, last in 2022, and then of course, the Colorado Rockies, best known for their stadium, if we're being honest. They have never won a World Series. They have only ever won the pennant one time back in 2007, lost to the Red Sox. They only have five postseason appearances in 33 years of being an organization. Last coming back in 2018. They have one MVP winner in 1997, not too long after the organization was created, and Larry Walker. And their most winningest coach of all time was a man named Bud Black, who had a career 44% win percentage. It cannot get much worse than that. And in this video, we are going to rebuild a realistic rebuild of the Colorado Rockies. And this video will not end until they win the World Series. I'm going to call this a new series that we're going to be doing, realistic rebuilds over the MLB. We are going to be going team to team, rebuilding certain ones. To start this, we are going with the Colorado Rockies, and I can't think of a better team to do that with. So now on the screen, you see right here, this is new. I have not played franchise yet, so all this is going to be new to me too. We're going to be taking full control. I would assume that's the way to go. And of course, we will be selecting the Rockies. As you scroll through the teams right here, you might just want, if you want to slow it down and look, some of these teams really aren't that bad. The Rockies are 29th. I actually cannot imagine who would be listed as worse. The Nationals. I guess I could see that. Though I do feel like, well, their farm system's 20th. I feel like the farm system's not too bad. At least some young players. But the Colorado Rockies, interesting team. I love their AA team, Hartford Yard Goats. 29th overall in rank, 27th in farm system. Their goal is to finish over 500, which the team has only done like 8 times, I think. Maybe. Honestly, it might be less.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. He drives one headed back toward the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso stands alone.
Nastiest, dirtiest pitches we have seen from any pitcher.
100 miles an hour.
This one's launched to deep center field, and there it is, number 400 for Mike Trout.
Fly ball to right field. Number 60. It's a drive down the line. If it's fair, it's his moment. It is. It's tied. Jones has arrived.
Turio strikes out, holds strike 3. Ohtani deals, and a swing and a miss.
He's up to 10. Payoff pitch. Ohtani tees off, deep right field. Shohei Ohtani. His third home run. High fly ball, left field.
A Springer dinger.
Smith hits a high fly ball to deep left field. It is gone in Game 7. Here's the 0-2 pitch. To beat the champ, you gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles.
Very cool intro right there. I'll probably actually leave that in the video. Of course, at the end of the season, the Dodgers win the World Series for the back-to-back seasons. And unfortunately, they are in our division. But hey, look, that's probably going to be our rivals throughout the series because it's a team that we have to take down. So if anything, that gives us a little motivation to rebuild the team. So first things first in this rebuild, let's go ahead and see some of the roster. We'll go position by position. Michael Lorenzen, not even going to attempt to say that. Jose Quintana, Kyle Freeland, Ryan Fiedler. You know what? Maybe we go through and let's see some people that I'm more excited about. For starting pitchers, Chase Dollander, I believe I'm saying that correctly. Seems like he has the potential. He's got B potential, 66 overall, only, I believe, 24 years of age. This is somebody that we're going to be looking at for a potential future starter. Next up is Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman, I'm actually a really big fan of. This is somebody I kind of plan on, I could say, build around. I'm hoping he continues to develop. I believe he's 26 years old, 83 overall, A potential. Hopefully he continues to develop, but definitely a key piece to our future. Somebody that I absolutely plan on keeping on the roster for as long as possible. Of course, there's Charlie Condon, one of the top picks in a couple of years ago in the draft coming out of Georgia. I believe he was at left field and third base, and he has a bunch of secondary positions. Now he's listed as first base, B potential, 59 overall. This is somebody that I hope will develop into somebody that can be useful for us in the future, maybe when we're making those World Series pushes. Of course, we have Tovar. Tovar is already their starting shortstop. This is another guy I hope to keep. Has great defense, is not a bad bat. He's still pretty young. This is somebody I'm hoping that can still be a part of the team, and that will be another solid piece to our lineup. Of course, Ethan Holiday. This is, I guess, the most biggest one of recent years. 63 overall, extremely young. Absolutely plan on hoping, or absolutely hope that he develops for us and can get up in there into that start lineup. Maybe move over to third base for Tovar if he's still there. Jordan Beck, he's actually from Alabama, I believe, which is where I live. Big fan of his as well. Somebody, again, that I hope to develop. B potential, 72 overall. Somebody that I also hope develops in this league. I guess this is the last guy that I'll talk about. This is Brenton Doyle, who probably is their best player right now, other than maybe Hunter Goodman. Definitely one of the top two. Elite defense, all right bat, great center fielder. He's only 27 or maybe 28. I will obviously try to keep him, um, but this is somebody that might end up being replaced later on because I just don't know if he'll still be there after a few seasons of this. Like I said, this video is going to go till we win a World Series, preferably have like an MVP or something. What I'll be doing is I'm going to basically show y'all the additions to the team at the end of each season, what we finished, stats, etc., record, and we will continue on season by season. I will pause during the simulation if we have any trades go through. This being a realistic rebuild, we are mostly going to be pushing through drafts or free agency signings. And the free agency signings, I'm not going to get crazy with. I'm not just going to offer $1 million or $1 million. Not going to offer $100 million to every single player just to try to get them there. Salary cap is on, so that would already be difficult. But I'm also going to try to keep it a little realistic about players that would want to come here. Players that are maybe young, just wanting a longer term contract, or players that are maybe older that just want somewhere to play. Definitely not the type of guys that are going to be superstars signing with teams to win a championship, or some of the older guys that are still really good that are looking to sign on a championship team as well. As far as trading people away goes, I plan on moving, if we have pieces, I will move occasional players at the deadline, especially if we are not competing. The same way that when our team starts to compete, I will be looking to trade maybe some prospects away to get in players that will help us maybe push us over the top. Here's our coaches for the season: Joe Damon, Rava, Eli Tyson, Hayden Holberg, Jeff Juno, and Brett Lewis. Some of them honestly aren't too bad of coaches. That being said, I'm not going to just out and fire them unless we just actually have a really bad season. Next season, I may look to be a little bit more of a let's get the team, bring new coaches in, etc. If not, I might let some of their contracts run out. We'll see how we do. I will quickly run through the players that are eligible for contract extensions. I'll decide if any of them are somebody that I might want to actually resign. Michael Lorenzen, for one, he's more of a guy that I could see more trading at the deadline than trying to keep him all season, depending if there's a team that actually wants him. We'll see, though. I'll think about it. Kind of the same thing here. Most of these guys that are arbitration eligible, I would probably let them go to arbitration because we're not going to lose them. Hunter Goodman is somebody that I would maybe want to just go ahead and re-sign. I have to look at it. Willie Castro, another person I'd maybe looking to trade later on or just letting walk. Brenton Doyle, arbitration eligible, but again, somebody I'm considering re-signing. And last one, Mickey Moniak. Mickey Moniak is somebody that I definitely expected to be better than what he is right now, but hopefully he continues to grow with the Rockies. Um, does have another year of arbitration on his contract. I would probably let him go to that, and then we'd make the decision if we wanted to re-sign him for a longer term next year. All right, we're about to start this first season. Got the team all set up for year one. Lineup's going to be the same versus left-handed and right-handed DH. I'm just going to read it off one time. We got Brent Doyle, Mickey Moniak, Hunter Goodman, Jordan Beck, Jake McCarthy, Tolivar, Willie Castro, Chris Bryant, and Nicky Lopez holding down second base. Somebody I did forget to mention was Chris Bryant, the former MVP. Um, yeah, honestly, it had him in Double A, and 61 overall is probably where he deserves to be. But we don't really have another good first baseman right now. Charlie Condon's still being developed, and I think our other one, I may have actually sent him back down to Triple A. So yeah, Chris Bryant's gonna hold down the year for us. Probably his last year starting in the MLB ever, but our team's bad enough that we can do this. So hopefully he can maybe have a decent year. Um, yeah. So that's the lineup. That's the lineup we're going to be rocking with. Not the best, but hopefully, some people start developing for me. And in the pitch rotation, Michael Lorenzen is going to be our opening day starter. Sunganao, Jose Quintana, Kyle Freeland, and Ryan Feldler. And this is our long reliever and our bullpen being closed out by Victor Vonick. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. This team's really bad. I mean, that's kind of the point, obviously, of the rebuild. And probably why this team hasn't won anything in forever. The crazy part is if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they can even get a top draft pick because of anti-tanking rules. At least in real life, we'll see what it does on MLB The Show. So that's the team for the first year. Obviously, we're also in an incredibly tough division. Has the Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks, and you're talking about 19th ranked team, still 10 better than us, 18th, 10th, and obviously the juggernaut that is the Los Angeles Dodgers, ranked number one. Top prospects. If I can look at them by organization, Ethan Holiday and Charlie Condon. These are the two we're really going to try to get developed. These are the two we're really looking at. And then one of our pitchers, too, and it's not showing for some reason. But, okay, either or. These guys are trying to get developed, built through the draft, and I will see y'all at the halfway point of the season, at the trade deadline, and the draft. All right, not too far in the season already. Figured I would show this just because it does affect our division a little bit. Blockbuster trade, Giants trade for Nathan Eovaldi from the Rangers, sends them Randy Rodriguez and a couple of other prospects. Randy Rodriguez is obviously still young, great closer. Nathan Eovaldi's the higher overall starting pitcher. So that probably does hurt us a little bit this season, but honestly, our record's already not too great, so I don't know how much that's really going to affect us. I'm going to keep moving on unless any more blockbuster trades happen, and I will see y'all back at the trade deadline and the MLB draft. At the All-Star break, our lone All-Star is Willie Castro, which honestly I would have bet on Hunter Goodman or maybe Brenton Doyle. Willie Castro surprises me a little bit. 243 batting average, only 7 home runs, 38 RBIs. Not a terrible stat line. Surprised he was an All-Star. But this is our solo All-Star for the season. Now we can move on. Little interdivision trade here. Ross Eldridge being sent off, the rookie from the Giants, which just hasn't listed as a rookie. I guess he hasn't played enough. I know he played a little bit last year, though, but yeah, he didn't get enough at bats on. Being traded to the Padres interdivision for Adrian Morejon. I think if you said that correctly. Great relief pitcher. I love him in Diamond Dynasty. Pretty big trade right there. 1 year remaining for rental for the Giants, 6 years remaining for the Bryce Elder trade. I'd lean that the Padres won this for the division, but if the Giants can make a playoff push, then that's what we like to see. All right, everybody. After the trade deadline, there was no really super crazy blockbuster trades made for any other teams that had popped up for me to show you, so that was pretty much kind of a letdown, I guess, for a trade deadline. Eugenio Suarez was traded to the Blue Jays. It's about the biggest one. And then I could not really get a trade to go through. I was going to try to trade Willie Castro. Posted him up. None of the offers I really got back were great, and then the only one that I sent, they ended up declining. So we ended up not being able to make any moves at the trade deadline either for the first season. And we did sign all of our draft picks. I went ahead and just signed all of them. Unfortunately, our top 10 pick, Walt Perkins, who our scouts were dead set on, was going to be pretty solid. Scouted potential 76 through 91. He is a 67 overall, so I mean, he's only 18 years old. But 67 potential is very unfortunate. And then, fortunately, Alvarado Castillo, I believe is how you say his name, 96 potential out of college, 62 overall. This is somebody that we are very excited to see develop. Everybody else I'm not mad about by no means. I was really hoping everybody would be kind of in the C's other than our number one pick. I really wanted him to be obviously at least in the B. So he's a big letdown. Uh, these guys are solid. The relief pitchers, these my last three picks right here ended up being pretty well. Alex Merritt, 87 potential at second base, only a 49 overall. It's going to take him a minute to develop. Same thing for these two, 44, 49, but 76 potential is not bad. And then right here, J.J. Krause, our last pick, 89 potential. All in all, not that bad of a draft outside of our first overall pick. So we'll have to see how these guys develop in the next coming years. Now let's move on. All right, everybody. I did forget to give a record update at the trade deadline All-Star break area. That's on me. But honestly, it wouldn't really make too much of a difference. I'll make sure I do it for season 2 that we're about to come up on. We did finish 55 and 107, 34% win percentage. Definitely didn't make the postseason. Can't get much worse than that. Hopefully, it is above and beyond at this point, or it continues to get better, I guess I mean. For the season, our best starting pitcher, I guess, turned out to be Sageo. I don't know exactly how you say his name. Still 7 and 15. It's really rough record, but a 3.49 ERA. The bats just apparently didn't help him out too much. Relief pitchers were definitely not anything special. Same thing with the closers. I mean, not terrible. The 3.4 ERAs isn't bad, especially for Colorado's field. Hunter Goodman with a 2.47 average is a bit of a letdown. I was hoping that'd be a little bit higher. It's not showing Chris Bryant right now. I think he got hurt. Nicky Lopez and Julian, both of them, I mean, 263 average from Julian. It's pretty solid for the second baseman as lows overall. Our lone all-star, Willie Castro, ended up not trading him. Finished 244 on the season. Not terrible, not great. Tolivar, 241, definitely got to be better. Who ended up being basically our best hitter was Jordan Beck. He batted 289, which is great. 13 home runs, which I'll take, and 65 RBIs. It's a solid season for the young man. Brenton Doyle, 262, another pretty solid season for him, especially with his elite defense. And then Mickey Moniak at 249. Again, not great, not terrible. Definitely need to add some pieces to the team this offseason. Hopefully we can get one or two free agents just to help us out a little bit. And we can also be looking at any rookies or anything like that, or draft picks that we're bringing up from our farm system potentially. Here's your MLB awards. I'm going to quickly run through these for season 1. Juan Soto's MVP, Cattell, and Ronald Acuna are the runners-up. Cy Young's Blake Snell. Batting titles Juan Soto. Ryan Walker for the reliever year. Rookie of the year is Sal Stewart. Hank Aaron Awards Juan Soto. And then Gold Gloves, I'll quickly run through these. Matthew Boyd, Patrick Bailey, Chipper, don't know how to say his name. Marcus Semien, Willie Castro actually won the Gold Glove for us. That's actually really cool. Mason Wynn, Lourdes Gurriel, PCA, Fernando Tatis, Acuna with a Silver Slugger at DH, surprisingly. Will Smith, Rafael Devers, Ketel Marte, Alex Bregman, Willie Adames, Juan Soto, Corbin Carroll, and Tatis with the Silver Slugger awards. In the AL, we have Garrett Crochet's MVP and the Cy Young, of course. Vlad with the batting title. Brian Abreu with the reliever of the year. Rookie of the year is Murakawa. Hank Aaron Award, it goes to Mike Trout. Love to see that. Carlos Rodon, Alexander Kirk, Christian Walker, Chase Merileth, Miguel Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., Roman Anthony, Dalton Varsho, and Willie Abreu as the Gold Gloves. Silver Sluggers, Brent Rooker, Cal Raleigh, Vladimir Guerrero, Gleyber Torres, Jose Ramirez, Bobby Witt, Mike Trout, Yordan Alvarez, and Taylor Ward. we'll go ahead and sim through the playoffs real quick and get on to the next season. Shout out to all them Cub fans out there after they just went out here, took down the Mets. I'm sorry, took down the Phillies, the Mets, and the Dodgers. I would have been absolutely hyped. Wish it was the Braves that had done that, but I would have been so excited for them because I do not like the Phillies, I do not like the Mets, and I do not like the Dodgers. And then for them to go all the way on, go play the Red Sox, and then sweep them in the World Series to get another World Series title for the Chicago Cubs. 2026 Hall of Fame inductees after retirement, Max Scherzer. All right, big blockbuster trade here. Michael King sent to the Mets for Mark Ventos, Marco Correa, and Kevin Parada. Obviously, Padres in our division, so that kind of applies to us. So I'm just going to go ahead and show that. Oh, the Padres seem to be making a lot of moves, getting matched on a trade, but they traded away Jeremiah Estrada. They traded him away and obviously lost Adrian last season. They traded a starting pitcher away. They seem to be trading a lot of pitching away. I don't know what they're cooking up over there in San Diego. Interesting opportunity right here. Rival opportunity. I said interesting opportunity. Rival opportunity to go after Skubal because apparently the Padres are going to try to. This is a 99 overall. This is the number one free agent in the market. And the last place a Cy Young pitcher is going to want to go is Colorado. I'm not going to spend the money on or even attempt to do something like this unless we were a real contender. But I guess good luck to the Padres. For us, we actually chose, and it looks like they're not working out too well for us. Willie Castro, we obviously had last season. I figured I could bring him back. His multitude of different positions could help us out. I'm going to go after Brandon Lowe because our second baseman wasn't the best, but the 7% motivation sign doesn't look too great. I did need to go after at least one starter to be our ace this season. I went after Trevor Rogers. He's 86 overall. Like, he's still a very, very good pitcher. Like, he's pitching great for the Orioles. But there's a lot of pitchers on here, and I guess I'll be replacing him. There's a lot of great pitchers on here. So I thought I could at least try to go after somebody a little bit higher. Adrian left the Padres, got traded, went to free agency from the Giants, and then signed a 3-year deal with the Kansas City Royals. Thought I would just go ahead and show that on the screen. Blockbuster trade again. The Padres continue to make moves. Honestly, at this point, is this just the Padres rebuild video or like what's happening or them selling their team? I don't know what's happening. They're giving away all their pitching. Nick Pivetta, they trade away, and Mason Miller to the Yankees. Yankees fans are rejoicing. Sending Ryan Weathers. You actually probably, if you watched any Pack-a-Punch, you saw that I said that I played high school ball with him. He was actually drafted by the Padres, so he's going back there. Jason Dominguez and Fernandez. I actually don't know who this is. But Jason Dominguez, Ryan Weathers, and Fernandez, 3 prospects sent back for Nick Pivetta and Mason Miller. The Padres have traded all their pitching away. I don't really know what's happening there, and they're going after Skubal, though. So, that's probably could have had one of the most dominant pitching staffs ever if they could have landed Skubal without trading everyone away. But the Yankees just got a whole lot better. All right, contract decision from Willie Castro. Wow. I didn't think it was that bad an offer. You wanted 9.4, I offered you 8.9. But no, you do not look like an elephant, and you should not work for peanuts. All right. I guess that's how that will be. Willie Castro has signed back with us. I guess that 2-year, $9 million deal was enough to bring him back. Hey guys, I accidentally lost a little bit of my footage. That's on me. I briefly stopped to go do some stuff and stopped my recording. I came back, started another recording, and there was maybe like 10 minutes in it or so that I just was doing some more free agency things. And then I accidentally, I guess, didn't save it or something. So I guess I'm just kind of picking back up, and I'll just briefly talk about what had happened. I think last end of what y'all saw last time was I was trying to. Trevor Rogers was my number one interest. We ended up actually signing him, so that was great. He ended up taking my offer, and yeah, that's huge. Got us a nice ace now. That's really big. And then I was also at second base trying to make some offers. I'd offered Jazz, and he didn't really have much interest. I wish I would have just started with Nico because what y'all didn't see was Nico Horner actually had interest to come here. When I put him on my board, it popped right back up for me to make him an offer. It popped up that was about to sign with the Yankees, and it said I needed to make him an offer. His interest was already at like the high 40s, and he's only been on my board for like a day or two. Had I put him in instead of Jazz originally, I think his would have been well over 50, and I would have easily gotten an offer in on him, and probably would have had a good chance of getting him. So I really hate that I missed out on that because I did make an offer when it popped up and said this, here's your last chance. But my offer, unfortunately, was actually the same amount of years and 5 million more than the Yankees offered. But he obviously signed with the Yankees because he had more interest and better team. So then I ended up going to the next guy, which ended up being Gleyber Torres, and I did actually sign him. I don't know if it shows his contract. Yeah, okay. We signed him for about 15 mil for 4 years. Um, he wanted like five or something, so I came down a little bit and raised the price up. But really needed a second baseman, and I like Glaber. I mean, he is 30 years old, so 4 years is maybe a little too much, but I think for the most part he'll be all right. But I mean, this is a big upgrade for us at second base. I mean, last season we started Nicky Lopez, and I don't think he's on the team anymore, but he's about the same overall as Julian here. So this is a big upgrade to our second base position. And obviously Willie Castro signed back. I think that's the last thing y'all probably just saw. Actually, I think that stayed in the recording. So yeah. So I'm gonna keep moving on with free agency right here. For what we need, like I said, right I know you're looking at it. We need bullpen. We probably need more starting pitchers. Need a lot of pitching, and I don't think our lineup's too bad. If we could maybe bring in a new first baseman, I think the rest of the team, I'm actually really cool with. Maybe a DH, but I really don't mind Jake McCarthy either, though. So that's him playing, and then Jordan Bate DHing. But I'll go ahead and skip over to our next free agency signing. All right, guys, here's our next big signing. We actually just signed Dustin May. Again, another really big upgrade for our pitching, our starting rotation. I mean, he's easily our second best pitcher, and honestly, I don't even know if the other ones are still even in the low 70s at this point. I did just go ahead and release a couple players just to free up some money for us. We're having to pay out the rest of their contracts. Unfortunately, I did release Chris Bryant, but he's making 26 million over the next 2 years. Releasing him saved us, I think, 6 or 7 million this year, and then next year saved us like 12 million or something. So I went ahead and released him, and I released Kyle Freeland, which he would have been a starter for us. Um, Along with one other pitcher who probably would have been a starter for us, but both of them together was costing us, we freed up probably another 12, 13 million releasing them. So that kind of allowed us to sign Dustin May, which is somebody that I could see kind of pitching for us going forward. I believe he's 29 years old. He wanted a 2-year contract for 16.6 million a year. He did 4 for 12.45. So definitely got him to come off the price a little bit. Got him for another 2 years also. So we'll have him on the team until he's about 33 years old. So I think this could be a really big signing for our team going forward. Our next big signing is Brusdar Graterol. They're both coming from the Dodgers right there. We definitely needed a right-handed relief pitcher that was pretty solid, and this one is pretty solid. Again, I think he's like 28, 29 years old, so we got him for 3 years, $6 million a year. He wanted one for 6.9. Gave him a couple extra years, came a little bit off the price, so that way we could grab him to get somebody for the bullpen. Blockbuster signing, Cubs sign Jazz Chisholm. For the record, they also signed a Aroldis Chapman right before this too, so Cubs are making some moves. All right, guys, we are at the start of the second season. I did sign a few other people that were just kind of fill-ins. Honestly, we really didn't have a lot of money. You would think the Rockies would, but they do not. I guess we should have some money roll off after the whole Chris Bryant contract and a couple other ones we have. But this is going to be our lineup going to the next season. I ended up signing, so the Trevor Rogers and Dustin May were our two biggest signings for the starting pitchers. Rick Dunbar brought in as a rookie. Chase Dollinger was already on the team, obviously. Justin Verlander is just another guy we signed. Honestly, I looked at other people, but I couldn't afford many others. So how I kind of looked at it is, if he really wanted to keep pitching, maybe he would go to the Rockies, but I mean, probably not. But this is going to give him that 1 year. He's here to sell tickets. People are going to come see Verlander pitch. Definitely he's going to be your last year pitching. In the bullpen, kind of the same deal. Really not a lot of money. So, I mean, Jimmy Herbert was already on the team. We brought him up. Milt Lopez, same thing, brought him up. We signed Kelly Jansen, Danny Cullenbine, Yimi Garcia, Taylor Rogers, and Brusdar Graterol was obviously our biggest signing. He's going to be our new closing pitcher. All these guys, I think, were signed on 1 year contracts just to try to fill in the bullpen. So, the team's just a little bit better. And And as for the lineup, Brenton Doyle's still there. We obviously know we bought Willie Castro back, Hunter Goodman. You saw the Gleyber Torres signing. We ended up signing Josh Bell. We needed a first baseman really bad. Signed him on a 2-year contract, I believe. Um, Pretty cheap. Yeah, 2 years, about $6 million a year. Not too bad, and honestly, we just need the first baseman. Hopefully, after these next 2 seasons, Charlie Condon will be ready to come up and maybe play first base for us. But hopefully, Josh Bell holds it down. Jordan Beck, Mickey Moniak, Tolivar, and Jake McCarthy out there again. It's the lineup for both. So going to leave it the same. So that's going to be our team for the year. We're ranked 26th, so we actually, went up from, I think it was 29th, even though we came in dead last and 30th. So we're up to 26 now. Hopefully we will have a better season. Really need to win some games, make playoffs, get some money, have some contracts roll off, have some people to develop, hopefully have a good next free agency maybe, and kind of move on. So I will go ahead and start simming, and I will see y'all at the All-Star break, trade deadline, MLB draft. So at the All-Star break, we are 51 and 46. We're actually third in the division. The Padres, after trading all their pitching away, pretty much fell off pretty hard. The Giants made some trades too, are not really doing that great. Diamondbacks, we only got us by 3 games. Obviously, the Dodgers are running away the division. I mean, we're 13 and a half games back out of first, and probably not going to be able to catch them with their team. I would say that wild card is in the horizon, and it is. I mean, we're only 2.5 games out of being the top wild card seed. So, I mean, there's a chance we make it. I'm not going to hold my hopes up too high. Not that I don't believe in our team, but I don't really believe in our team. So, I mean, I hope we get there. This is a lot better than I expected. I honestly expected to be well down here back with the Padres and Nationals and, my Cardinals. And we could still end up with the way we could still end up like that at the end of the year. But as of right now, we're looking pretty solid. Our lone all-star ended up being Bruce Star Gratterall, which, hey, that's great. 28 saves, 1.61 ERA. This man comes in the game, it's pretty much shut down, and that's great for us. I mean, he has been a great addition to our team and somebody that I'm glad I signed to. I believe 3-4 year contract. Yeah, 3-year contract. I'm glad he's here. If he keeps doing that, I'll make sure I extend him. All right, guys, we have made our first trade. Jose Serrano. He was on the trade block for a while. 4.2 ERA, 4-10 record. I tried to throw a few offers and get him. They kept rejecting it over and over and over again. It's actually pretty hard to trade this year, which honestly I like. Makes it a lot more realistic. So I was really trying to push to get another starting pitcher for us. I ended up sending Alex Meridoff, which y'all know I drafted last year. He's one of our top prospects. He did only have B potential, and he's only a 51 overall. He's 18 years old. I just don't know if this goes long enough to the point that he'll get all the way up there and is starting for us. And honestly, also because I still have Ethan Holiday that could also come play second base if I need him to, or stay at short. And we have Tolivar, and I mean we could figure it out. So I just went ahead and decided to move him for the pitching. Jake McCarthy, I also went ahead and traded. I know he's playing pretty solid for us, but we have another outfielder we can use, so I'm not too upset about that. Their need was left field, I believe second base, third base, and then sent them Kyle Karos, which I was also not using really, and then Zach Veen to just kind of close some of it out. So I'm really happy to bring him in. Normally, this is not something I feel like I would be doing, is trading players away, especially when being a prospect to get somebody. Um, He does have arbitration next year, so I will be able to bring him back. And then after that, we'll have to decide what we want to do with him. But honestly, our team's 53 and 52 currently. If we are going to have any chance of making it, we just need a pitcher that's going to do a little bit better. So that's what I figured I'd give it a shot to see if we can maybe make a wild card push. If not, it's all right. Like I said, nothing here is just like too heartbreaking that I've given up. So that's probably our only trade that we're going to make on the deadline, but I wanted to make sure I showed it. All right, honestly, I don't know what this trade is. I'm just going to throw this in the video just because this is stupid. Like, what? The Yankees just traded for Adrian Morejon, or however you say his name, from the Royals, where he signed at. If you remember, he was on the Padres. He got traded to the Giants just for the rest of the remainder of the year. Signed with the Royals, and then just got traded to the Yankees. The Yankees are beefing up. Keep in mind, this is an 86 overall relief pitcher who has A potential. So you would think this guy's at least a good prospect or something. I mean, he has C potential. And he's a 63 overall, and he's injured. So I don't know how that just happened, but I mean, I guess good for the Yankees. Um, if they can, finally go win a World Series, yeah, I do think I make this trade. I really like Willie Castro, and I'll have to figure out third base. But honestly, I think I make this one. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm not feeling this one or this one. Like I said, I see what they're trying to do here. Like it makes sense, but again, maybe something if I was like World Series push and just really needed another starter. Um, again, kind of like okay, but this one makes sense. I can't lie. So actually, we'll be making two trades at the trade deadline. I hate to see Willie Castro go, but I think this is a good trade for our team. There's a trade. Go ahead and accept that one. Technically, these two are still available to be done. But I don't think I'll be doing these. So we are going to move on. Wow, and then the Yankees go out to make another trade for Jeremy Pena. I mean, 91 overall. Giving up Tino Martin, who does have the potential. George LeBar or whatever that was, and Garrett Cole going back to the Astros. Just guess kind of cool. So I mean, I'm not as crazy of a trade still, but like honestly, still pretty crazy. Yankees are really trying to make a push. All right, guys, here is our draft results. We signed all of them again, and honestly, this is an amazing draft. I mean, just amazing. I will say Nelson Garcia, we just kind of took a shot in the dark on him. 86 potential, I will still gladly take. Was really hoping to be in the 90s, but that's fine. He is a 70 overall. Darren Pearson, though, yes, he's only a 61. It will not take him long to develop with 96 potential. These two guys could be a duo for us in the future. Rich McDaniel, 82 potential for first base. I really like that. He's a 50 overall, 21 years old. Takes some time to develop, but hopefully he might get there. John Doby, 57 overall, 83 potential. Kind of the same thing with the starter. But then Peralta down here, 56 overall, 97 potential. If I'm not mistaken, he does pitch left-handed as well. Give him 2, maybe 3 years. I think he'd be high enough if he got up in the 70s, potentially starting for us. And then Jeffrey Hogan, relief pitcher, 84 potential, 48 overall. This was a fantastic draft, and some people I definitely expect to be making our rotation and making a difference on our team. Well, guys, unfortunately, or I can't remember the exact record of the All-Star break, but we were 53 and 52. I remember at one point saying, did not finish off too well, 76 and 86. Another negative record for the Colorado Rockies 2 seasons into this rebuild. Continues the trend. I do feel like we are on the up and up, though. I will say that, I mean, this was better than last year, and we've definitely added some, pieces that's going to hopefully develop for us, and a couple of signings I really like. Hopefully, we have some money free up in this offseason and can maybe make another couple of signings, get a couple more players developed, and I really like how the direction we're taking this team currently. So I'll go ahead and sim over to free agency, and we'll kind of get an idea of what's going on there. I actually thought before free agency I'd go ahead and show this. Also, a shout out to the Yard Goats. They won the AA championship for us, so that's really cool. Jackson Holliday and Charlie Condon, I guess, went off. But for the World Series bracket, the Pittsburgh Pirates made it to the World Series. Amazing. Amazing. They did get swept by the Mariners. Big dumper got a ring. So yeah, the Yankees did make the playoffs as a 5 seed despite all of those trades, and then got swept by the Guardians in the wild card. And also my favorite team over there, Atlanta, made it, lost in 3 to Arizona, unfortunately. And I'll go ahead and show awards. I did also forget to show that. So this is the last thing, and then we'll get into the offseason of year 2. World Series MVP was Julio Rodriguez. NLCS MVP was O'Neal Cruz. ALCS was NHAP, actually. MVP was Kyle Schwarber beating out Rafi and Ohtani. 56 home runs, 263, 135 RBIs is crazy. American League, it was the big dumper beating out Pete Alonso and Julio Rodriguez, his teammate. 294, 50 home runs, 132 RBIs. Glad he got his MVP. Obviously, I do think Aaron Judge probably deserved his in real life this past year. I do think what Cal Raleigh did was amazing, though, and he's also a platinum glove catcher. He did not DH a ton. I thought what he did last year was probably one of the best catcher seasons of all time. And I hate the fact, as of recording this video, I believe the MLB season just started 2 games in. I think he's 0 for 7 after he didn't play too great in the World Baseball Classic either. So I really hope he turns it around. But I'm glad he got his MVP in MLB The Show here. In the AL, Valdez lead the Cy Young, Richie, reliever of the year, Tigers. Wow, Tigers had some pitching. Luke Stevens, Rookie of the Year, Corey Seager, Jack Flaherty, Austin Wells, Christian Walker, Nico Horner, who went to the Yankees instead of our team, Josh Jung, Corey Seager, Duran, Colton Cowser, Willie Abreu, Giancarlo Stanton, Kyle Raleigh, Pete Alonso, Jackson Holiday. Hopefully his little brother comes up and gets the Silver Slugger for us. Jose Ramirez, Gunnar Henderson, Julio Rodriguez, Hap, and Riley Green. Over in the NL, obviously Kyle Schwarber, Blake Snell won the Cy Young, beating out Paul Skeens, Jake Magnum, Johan Duran with Rufus Prince with the Rookie of the Year, Hank Aaron's, Juan Soto, Gold Gloves, where Jack Flaherty, wrong side, where Nick Lodoto, that's not how you say it, but that's how I say it, Patrick Bailey, Matt Olson, Cattell Marte, Nolan Arenado, Tovar, there we go. And by the year before, Willie Castro won it for us here, so, at least we're getting a little bit of awards. Hernandez, PCA, and Jackson Churio. Last thing for the offseason, I know I keep stopping and starting with it. Forgot about the Hall of Fame inductees. Justin Verlander, who did pitch for our team, didn't have the best season ever, but at least got one more year in, did get inducted into the Hall of Fame. One of my favorite pitchers of all time, and I used to pitch in high school and everything like that, so he's somebody that I watched and studied a lot. He was one of my favorite pitchers growing up. So this is really great. I'm happy for the Hall of Fame inductee here for 2027. All right, guys, we are on to the offseason now. I went ahead and did all the salary arbitration, tender contracts, and etc. And the selected 40-man roster. So where we're sitting right now is we definitely have some holes to fill. In our starting rotation, Trevor Rogers still be our ace, more than likely. Dustin May, Jose Serrano, and Chase Dollander. I am okay with these 4 starting. And then we have a couple prospects I'm going to try my best just to keep in AAA for this next season, and then we'll try to maybe move them up in the following. So I definitely want to sign at least one arm, and I'd really prefer him to be in the high 70s to 80s range. The bullpen is where we definitely need the most help at. I mean, a lot of the guys we did have left. Gratterall's pretty much all we got. Juan right here was all right. Not really. 60 ERA is pretty bad. But I mean, 27, 72 overall is not terrible. There's somebody deep in the bullpen, but the bullpen's definitely where we're trying to spend our money at. As far as the offense goes, a few holes. I wouldn't mind bringing in a better backup catcher. I love Kyle McCann, but 68 overall. If Hunter goes down, it's a little bit of a problem. But we got Hunter. We got Josh Bell. Probably start this last year of his contract. So we just signed him for a 2-year. And he did bat 300 last year, basically. So probably give him one more year. Then it'll be Charlie Condon's year the year after that. Gleyber Torres is still going to be our second baseman. We definitely need a third baseman. Obviously, we traded Willie Castro away. So we definitely need to bring somebody in at third base. Or, I mean, we could always move Charlie to third if I really wanted to. Or we have Ethan Holiday who can move to third. So Ethan Holiday is another one that I think I'd really like to keep some of these top prospects of mine in AAA for just one more year and then really try to bring some of them up next year is what I'm thinking. Plus, we still have Tovar at shortstop. Jordan Beck's holding down left field. Brent Doyle in center field. Tyler Freeman is kind of the backup there. Then Mickey Moniak. So, I mean, there's still a couple offensive spots I want to look at, but we're mostly looking bullpen for free agency. All right. Mackenzie Gore actually just signed with somebody, so kind of takes one of the other lefties away, way more money than I would have paid him. He signed a massive contract with the Orioles. And we do get Shane McClanahan here. I ended up offering them the same contract. It said he was talking back with the Royals, or the Tampa Bay Rays, but I was like, I'm not budging on this. It's $60 million for 3 years for a 30-year-old pitcher. I'm good with this contract. I'm good with this contract right here. Hey, and Duvall just signed. So we add another piece to our bullpen. I ended up giving, he wanted 2 years, $9 million. I did 4 years for $8 million. He is a little bit younger, so I went ahead and locked him up for a few years to help our bullpen out. It's a good signing by us. All right, we did just bring back Nolan Jones to the Rockies. I mean, he wasn't on our team when we started this rebuild, but he used to be on the team and went back to the Guardians. He actually was on the Indians, and then obviously they changed to the Guardians, went to the Rockies and went back. So we brought him back. He's listed as a right fielder, but he used to play third base too. He still has his third secondary, so I think we will be playing him at third base this season. Only 74 overall, but somebody that I like a lot and a pretty cheap contract. Went ahead and signed him for 4 years just to kind of hold on to him. Worst case, he ends up being a bench bat in that last couple years of his contract. We did throw a 1 year offer at Jeff Hoffman. It popped up. I would have lowered it a little bit, but it popped up that he was about to sign with the Reds. So I ended up upping his offer to $8 million a year for 1 year. Signed it. This just gives us another bullpen arm. He is like 37 years old, so this is going to be for one season. But I'm happy with the signing though. Orioles signed William Contreras. I guess they let Adley walk. I'm pretty sure he was in free agency, so they did sign him to a 5 year, $89.4 million contract. Here's Caleb Ferguson, and we did get him. We did get a left-handed relief pitcher, so that's great. Thank God. All right, we ended up signing Oswaldo Cabrera, 3 years, 2.25 mil. I believe he's only 29 years old. So, it's good for us. Good bench depth here. Plays a lot of positions. And we ended up offering Anthony Bender to grab our last, probably bullpen piece. 76 overall. Happily take it right here. 1 year, $4 million. So that's a good sign up for us as well. All right, guys, we have everything set up for this next season. So in the rotation, we're going to have Trevor Rogers, Dustin May, Shane McClanahan, Jose Serrano, and Chase Dellinger as our rotation. We're going to have Rodriguez as our long reliever. Caleb Ferguson is our sole left-handed bullpen. That's something we are going to be pushing for heavy, either at the trade deadline or next year against lefties. Juan, Anthony Bender, Days Barnett, Duvall, Jeff Hoffman, and Bruce Gratterall is going to be holding down our closer spot like last year. He did in the All-Star, so I'm leaving him there. Honestly, our bullpen is definitely leveled up. I mean, it's not as good as I wanted it to be, but it's still good. Rotation's leveled up. We are getting there. As for the lineup, I guess we'll notice, just go ahead and throw it out here on both of them. Oswaldo Cabrera is playing third base, and over here, Paul DeYoung's playing third base because Nolan Jones had a shoulder tear and is out for 2 months. That happened in spring training. So we are without him to start the season. So we do have Jose up currently just to kind of fill in as a bench spot just in case we need it. He will be sent down afterwards. Mickey Moniak, Gleyber Torres, Hunter Goodman, Josh Bell, Jordan Beck, Tolivar, Cabrera, Freeman, and Doyle, and then pretty much the same over here, but DeYoung and a couple things changed just for being the lefty. So this will be the team that we will be rocking with for this season, and I'll go ahead and get over and simmed to the All-Star break, check our midseason stats, and see if we get to the draft and if we have any All-Stars and any trades and whatnot that we will be doing. Hopefully, this year will be a much better year for us. As in the standings, we are ranked 17th. This is our highest ranking yet. We actually are above the Padres. We have not caught up to, obviously, the big three that's ahead of us right now with the Giants, Diamondbacks, and Dodgers, but we are getting there. Wow, okay, and for the first time, we have a player selected to the Home Run Derby. So we are going to go ahead and go kind of watch it, or we'll do the round time. We'll just simulate through it. It is Hunter Goodman. We are going to put him under CPU, and we will just kind of pick here. What we'll do just for some fun is I'll go ahead and throw out my bracket for this when I see it, and then we'll just simulate pick by pick, basically, and see who wins it. All right. So only four is going to advance right here. I think I'm going to have to go. I got to throw my boy Hunter Goodman in there, even though he probably won't based on some of these names that are up here. Go ahead and give me Hunter Goodman. Give me Aaron Judge. Give me Jordan and Juan. I'm going to keep out Otani and Kurtz in them. That was loud. Jordan's going deep. But we're going to go and we'll simulate this one. All right. To the next batter. Jordan with 14. Riley with 19. I'm sending Jordan home, so I definitely already got one wrong. Judge with 20. Judge is more than likely moving on as well. Nick Kurtz with 17. So Jordan's pretty much eliminated for the most part. I mean, not guaranteed, but he's probably about to be. Oh, Juan was 16. That does eliminate Jordan. And Juan's on the chopping block as well. Heck, I could be really wrong about this. Now here comes our guy, Hunter Goodman. We really want to see some home runs here at him. And he blasts the first one. I'm not going to watch it all the way through, just the first few swings. Oh, swing and a miss. So we'll see one more home run out of him. Come on, Hunter. One more home run. There we go. I hope he gets on track right here. Let's go and send the next batter. He had 13. He's eliminated. That's so sad. We will go ahead and finish this up, though, and make our predictions once we see the bracket. Michael Bush with 14, also eliminated. So I was wrong about the Jordan and Hunter Goodman and Bush that I was kind of right about on that. So it's up to Otani here. He needs 17 to eliminate one. 13 does not do it. So we did get Aaron Judge and Juan Soto right. We missed out on the Nick Kurtz and Kyle Raleigh. Um, right here, go ahead and give me Cal over Nick Kurtz and give me. I know the popular thing would here would be Judge. I really want to go one, but I guess give me Judge. Give me a Judge Raleigh home run derby championship here. One with only 9. Yeah, I feel like Judge is going to clear that. He does. Aaron Judge moves on to the championship. All right, give me Raleigh over Nick Kurtz. Here's come Nick Kurtz right here with 11. I hope Raleigh gets it, and we will have the last year massive AL MVP race for the home run derby championship right here. Raleigh does get it. All right, whoever wins this right here should have won MVP. Did Judge deserve it, or did Cal get snubbed? Here we go, Aaron Judge. You know what? Give me the big dumper. There's 10. Give me the big dumper. Let's see Cal's first swing. Ball smoked, and it's gone. Give me the big dumper. Oh, and he comes up short. Aaron Judge goes out and wins the home run derby. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we had a player actually make it. All right, our trade was accepted. We did just traded Dustin May to the Braves for Cam Clemente. So what I was saying is like one of their top prospects. Dustin May I did have on a 4-year contract. He has 3 years left on it. So I kind of hated trading that, but he was having such a bad season. He didn't have a great season for us last year either. And Cam's kind of just one of those young guys that he will be a starter for us next year. I'll probably send him back to AAA for the rest of the season though. And then these guys just to make the contracts work. And I think I'm going to try to go re-sign Jose Suarano now. Well, after our last draft, we had like a bunch of people in the 80s and 90s for potential. This draft that I was, took a shot with my 2 first-round draft picks on some guys with really high scouted potentials potentially, and did not work out. 73, 71, 77, 63 on our first 4 picks, all C potential, 1 D potential, and another D potential for our last pick. We only had 2 people that has B potential. As a third baseman and a right fielder, who's a 44 and 53 overall. Had a great draft last time and a really bad draft this time. Well, year 3 is in the books, and we still have yet to break a 500 record or break over the 500 record. We finished 81 and 81. Next year's the year, man. Next year we're making playoffs. I can feel it. I ended up re-signing him because he was having a good season for us. 3.85 ERA. I mean, 9 and 11 is not great, but the ERA is there. So I did go ahead and re-sign him for a 4-year extension. So for a little cheaper than I actually would have got paid this year. So I think that's gonna be good for our team. Dustin May just wasn't really doing it for us. We did allow us to get Cam Clemente with the Dustin May trade, and I think that's really gonna help us out in the future. He's a lot younger, and I don't think it'll take him long to pass us overall. So I think it ended up being a great trade for us there. So here's the bracket for the World Series for the 2028 World Series. We got Baltimore, Toronto. I think I will take. Don't know the rosters. I know the Yankees traded for a lot of things down there versus Cleveland. So I'll take Baltimore. I'll take New York in the first round. And then I will give me New York and Boston. And we'll have a little New York Boston series. And you know what? I'll take Boston to go to the World Series. Flip side, give me Atlanta all the way. But for real, probably I'm gonna say Mets, Atlanta, Dodgers, Atlanta, Dodgers, and then probably Dodgers, Red Sox World Series. Dodger wins it. We'll go ahead and send this down. See? Yeah, I just called that Dodgers defeat Red Sox in World Series. To see if did I get every pick right? No. Toronto did beat Baltimore. The Yankees did beat Cleveland, and then they did beat Seattle. Like I said, Boston beat Toronto. So the only pick I got wrong on this side was just the Baltimore and Toronto. In the NL, I said Mets and Dodgers. I did say Atlanta. They did lose to Philadelphia. But Philadelphia did go on to beat Pittsburgh, which would have been Atlanta. And then, because I would have picked that either way. And then the Dodgers went, wow, that was actually a really great bracket for me. That's probably the best one I've done so far. Let's go and send them to the offseason, and we'll pick up there with our free agents. 2028 Hall of Fame inductees that just retired: Christian Yelich, Kenley Jansen, and Paul Goldschmidt. Just wanted to go ahead and throw that in there. That's pretty cool. What we went through on was Ryan Weathers, who again, pack a punch demon. Um, and the reason I'm kind of doing this is because they're starting pitchers. Like, yes, we need to upgrade our starting pitchers, and we have a lot of young people that's about to come in and pitch. But I am kind of missing one spot on my rotation. for next season. Shane McClanahan, Trevor Rogers, Jose Serrano, and Cam are going to be, hey, those are our four guys. Chase in the five is like good, but like I like him. He just hasn't performed. I thought about making him a long relief pitcher because I feel like we are lacking that. So because of that, I do need one starting pitcher, and that is going to eliminate one of our bullpen issues also. So I'm kind of that's what I want to do, and then probably put the rest in the bullpen. And then as far as our fielders go, backup catcher, first base is probably going to go to Charlie Condon this year. Glaber's still going to be at second. Nolan probably will end up at third. Dolivar, Ethan Holiday, I'll probably keep him down one more year. Jordan Beck, Brenton Doyle, Mickey Moniak. So I'm feeling I need a DH. And so that's where one of the things Nolan Gorman can fall into if we can get him. Or I will go after a different, somebody that can hit really well. But I did just look at Ryan Weathers because I feel like, possibility, or I could just go straight after Shane. Shane does want 24.5 mil a year though, which is kind of on the top end of our budget. Ryan's only looking for the 2 year 15, which is kind of what I'm looking for, signing wise. So that's kind of where I'm looking right now. And then we're about to try to go after. We need a closer, so I'm about to try to go after one of these top three right here, I think, and then maybe look somewhere in this area as well. So for me, it's probably going to be Munoz because he is only 30. He's the youngest one that's going to be up here. That's a high overall, and I think I would sign him probably to a 4 to 5 year deal. He's only 1 and 2 for 12, so that's who we're going to go after. I think he's going to be our number one priority. All right, first big signing, Hunter Brown, 95 overall, signs with the Red Sox, who just lost in the World Series. That's a big signing for them. Wow, the Braves make a big trade here, bringing in Bryce Turang and Sal Frelick for Daniel Grant Holmes, Boston, a couple prospects. And Grant Holmes being a little bit older, Braves win this trade by a mile. Logan Webb signs a 3 year deal with the Blue Jays. George Kirby, 7 year deal to go to the Guardians. Tyler Glasnow, 3 year deal for the Dodgers. And Gunnar Henderson, wow, 11 year contract with the Giants, right to our division. Dang, dude. Both of these signings hurt us. And we signed Nolan Gorman, 5 years, $15 million per year. Decently expensive contract, but the way his hitting stats are, I think he'll be a great DH for us, more than likely. He can play third if we need him to, or second, but we'll probably be our locked up DH for the next 5 seasons. All right, we signed Johan Duran. Probably wouldn't have been our closer. I still don't see us getting Munoz, though I still have kept him on the board just in case I can get an offer in on him. So this is a big signing for us. 3 years, 10 mil. I think he's 31 years old, so let's keep him until he's 34. I think this will be a good addition to our pen. 10 mil a year, we'll happily pay that for him. So I think this is a great signing for our bullpen. All right, we did just sign Ryan Weathers also to be our fifth relief pitcher this season. I do like this signing because we do have a lot of prospects trying to come up, so I wasn't trying to sign somebody that was, ideally an extremely high overall that is older is probably what I should have done, but some of those just didn't seem as realistic. So I'm taking a shot on somebody like Ryan about that 79, 80 overall range for 2 years. 15 million a year is pretty expensive for him, I can't lie. But being just a 2 year contract, I think we'll be okay. So I'm glad we got picked him up. We did it. We did it. We sat here and kept him as our number one priority from like 19. I don't even know if he was 19. I think he was like 4 or 5% or something when it started. I can't even remember. And we left him until he got all the way up. He wanted a 2 year, $12 million deal, which I thought was cheap for him being a 90 overall. We gave him 4 for 13, and we have brought him to the team to be our set in closer for the next 4 seasons. This is great. This is a turning point for our pitching rotation right here. Somehow, despite all the teams that ended up being interested in him, we ended up getting him. All right, we ended up bringing Tyler Holtz into the team as well. We finally got one of our left-handed relief pitchers as well. He wanted 1 for 8.4, gave him 2 for 7.5, it's about 15 mil for the next 2 years. He's, I believe, 31 years old, so I think this is another great signing for our bullpen. Team is really starting to trend up. All right, guys, and we were at the start of season number 4. Our team's looking pretty good. I can't lie, our team's looking pretty good. So we got Shane McClanahan, Trevor Rogers, Jose Serrano, Ryan Weathers, and Cam Clemente. Chase Dollander, I do feel bad because he's not going to be in the rotation this year. I did say that I was going to use him as a long relief pitcher, and I plan on it later. I wanted to start with him there. I did take a Rule 5 draft player, though, and then I ended up signing AJ Minter because I kind of forgot about the Rule 5 draft player, so I could just release Minter. But honestly, I really don't want to because he's actually other than Tyler Holton, our best left-handed relief pitcher. So we got Tyler Holton, AJ Minter, Caleb Ferguson. Our other lefty is Dylan Dodd, who I took in the Rule 5 draft. So we're just going to stick with him for now. And then if he's doing really bad when it pops up that I can cut him after so long, I probably could. Brustar Gratterall, unfortunately has really dropped off a little bit for our team, but he's still in the bullpen as one of our righties. Him with Duvall and Duran. And then, of course, Andres Munoz as our closer. Very much needed. The start rotation is solid, and the bullpen is amazing. All right, this is going to be our rotation, or our bat lineup. Mickey Monier, Hunter Goodman, Nolan Gorman, Gleyber Torres, Jordan Beck, Nolan Jones, the rookie Charlie Condon, Tovar, and Doyle, and then same thing, just a little mix-up for the right lefties. This is our team. I do really like it, and we were, I believe, 29th the first year. The second year was 22nd or something like that. I'm not 100% positive. Last year was 17th, and this year, Dodgers are still first, Diamondbacks are fifth, Giants are 15th, we are 14th. So we are actually listed over the Giants and the Padres now. We're still behind the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. 14th overall team. This is a team that can get into the playoffs. I just know it. Nothing pitching, which is the biggest thing here. And, for us, hopefully we get these bats going and back up our pitching. I really hope this is the year that we make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and get simmed. And I will see y'all at the All-Star break unless anything crazy happens, or I guess it'd be the draft. So I'll go ahead and I guess we can go ahead and see which of our players made the All-Star team. So we did have Munoz make it as a closer. Hunter Goodman made it. And that's all for us. All right, I am going to go in here and just go ahead and get ready to sign draft picks and stuff like that. If I make any trades, I'll show them. If not, I'll see y'all at where it releases the potential and overall for the draft picks. All right, guys, this is the first time we've actually had people not sign with us. Henry had like 60 something percent interest in us the entire season, never signed with us. But after we kept scouting him, I mean, he was 62 to 77 potential, so I mean, it's not the end of the world there. Fernando Mendoza does not sign with us. I guess he decided to go play for the Raiders because I could not get him signed either. But as for everybody else, 86 potential, 82, 72, 77, 85. It's pretty solid. These guys are pretty low overall, though, other than Richard Haskett. But he's 18 years old at a 70 overall with 86 potential. It's another good potential future starter for us. We are eventually going to start trading some of these young prospects that are starting pitchers or something because I don't think we'll have uh, the room for all of them. I couldn't actually get any trades worked out. I worked on the trade hub and everything like that, putting players up on the trade block and trying to trade for a few, but could just not work out anything. So again, I do think this team's good. I think this team's good. I think it's just been a rough year for them, and we're just gonna power through it and get on to next season. All right, end of the year, 74 and 88. Again, just a very unfortunate season. Was not good enough to make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and go check out the stats and stuff like that. And I forgot to look at the awards last year. I just realized that. I'm sorry about that. Charlie Condon did win NL Rookie of the Year for us, though, which is great. Gunnar Henderson was the MVP. Kyle Riley was the MVP in the American League. Scuball, Bryce Harper, Santana. Charlie Condon did run Rookie of the Year. And let's go and flip through these. Nolan Jones finished runner-up in Gold Glove at third base. Tollivar actually did win Gold Glove last year. Just missed it. Did I have any other wins from last year? Guess not so far. Tollivar did win it last year, so did miss that. Trey Turner won it this year, though. And then Hunter Goodman, Silver Slugger, back-to-back years, catcher in the NL. I like to see that. And that is it. Thanks to the AL. I'll quickly go through those if anybody wants to see them. You can look. Ozzy for the Mariners still. Playoff predictions here. Go ahead and give me the Athletics, and then New York moving on to the LCS. Give me Boston over Detroit, and then give me Seattle going to the World Series. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but you know what? No, I'm not even going to say Dodgers over Atlanta. Give me Atlanta over the Dodgers. Give me Atlanta over Arizona. Give me San Fran. Give me Philadelphia over San Fran. Give me Chicago over San Fran. Give me Atlanta to the World Series versus Seattle. Ronald versus Ozzy. I give you the Braves from the World Series this year. I'm feeling good about it. I was wrong. Red Sox wins their World Series after losing to the Dodgers last year. Dodgers did knock off Atlanta, so that ran my bracket pretty quickly. Arizona then knocked off the Dodgers. I did get the San Fran thing right in the Chicago, right? On the other side, I did get the A's. They ended up sweeping the Yankees, though. And I got Boston right, but then Seattle. Boston ends up taking down the A's and beats Arizona to win the World Series. So that pushes us to this off season after our fourth season. We are going into our fifth season of this rebuild, trying to win the Colorado Rockies World Series. Hopefully, this next year will be our year. We do have to get some new coaches as well. Hey, that might be the issue. Maybe that's what we needed. Nolan Arenado, Salvador Perez make the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Nolan Arenado. I should have tried to sign him or something before he retired for the Rockies. We'll just pretend we signed him to a one-day contract. We do have Shane McClanahan and Trevor Rogers, Jose Serrano. They will all three be on my rotation next year. Chase Dellinger, Ryan Brothers, Cam Clemente. Will probably also be in it. I see Chase or Ryan being probably a long reliever. And some of these guys are really pushing up. But Ryan's contract's about to be up, and one of these guys, I think, contract's about to be up. So we're about to kind of move on. The bullpen's still holding pretty decent. These three are still solid, and Munoz is still here. Rodriguez will probably move over. So that's going to give us four. So maybe could look for one piece of the bullpen, but we'll see. Hunter Goodman's still there. Probably could use another backup catcher since JT left. Charlie Condon's up to 79 overall, taking over first base. Ethan Holiday, it's going to be hard to keep him off this next season. I'm probably going to try to trade Glaber. If I can't make a trade for him, we might hold Ethan one more year, but I plan on bringing him up this season. Nolan Gorman's up to an 84 overall. He is probably still going to hold our DH, and then Nolan Jones, 81 at third base. We'll kind of see what we're looking at, look for though, and see if there's anything we can sign. Tolivar still at shortstop. Jordan Beck's in left field. Brooks Baldwin, I do have back on arbitration, so he's in center field. But obviously, we lost a couple of our outfitters in Mickey Moniak and I'm blanking. Brenton Doyle. Gosh, I don't know why I was blanking that hard. So we do need to look to spend our money for probably outfielders here. And I mean, obviously, pitching can always be upgraded. And then we can always try to make some trades. And this is a crazy free agency. I mean, Paul Skeens, Brian Wu, Ellie De La Cruz, Cade Smith, Byron Buxton, Hunter Green, Wyatt Langford. I mean, this is nuts. This is a crazy free agency. We need to go after somebody at the top name. I would love to go after somebody like Paul Skeens, but I really don't see that being realistic. Same thing with Brian Wu, Ellie De La Cruz, or even really Cade Smith or somebody. But we're going to look around. Let's go check out outfielders first. I'll go ahead and just skip over to the three people that I'm going after and show you all that on screen. Showing rival opportunity right here for Ellie De La Cruz. Apparently interested in the Dodgers, which is just awful for us. I'm not going to go after Ellie. I'm not going to try to spend that money, but I really hope he doesn't go to the Dodgers. All right, we actually do have some interest right here. So I ended up going with Wyatt Langford to add to the outfit. He's one of the best free agents on the board. This would be huge for us. And Sal Frelick. Obviously, neither one of them play center field. So that is something I'm going to have to kind of address. Sal technically can, and he does have some speed, so that's probably who we'd end up moving to center. And then Wyatt Langford, who I guess technically can as well, I guess could maybe do that. And then obviously I could move our left fielder currently over to right field or vice versa. So we can figure it out with these two. But if one of them doesn't sign, we'll probably look towards the center fielder. And then Kirkran, or however you say his name, he's a little bit on the younger-ish side. I think he was 28 or 29 right here. And I feel like we probably need another right-handed relief pitcher. So I figured I'd go after him. These are probably three of the younger ones. I figured I'd try out, start with these three, and then we'll go from there. Ellie De La Cruz did sign with the Dodgers, 9-year, $293.5 million contract. Oh my gosh. I hate the Dodgers, man. We did sign somebody. Who did we sign? Wyatt Langford has signed with the Rockies, 6-year, $29.8 million contract per year. I mean, let's go. We really needed another outfielder, and this is a huge addition for our team. This might be able to. I mean, surely after the rough year we had last year with a good team, hopefully he puts us over the top and gets us into the playoffs. Here's Sal Frelick's decision, and he also signs on the 4-year, $14.96 million contract per year. Paved the way I'm heading to the Rockies. It's our new duo in the outfield. That's really great for us. Rockies signed Wyatt Langford. I think this is our first one that's popped up on like for the MLB screen because we actually signed a top free agent. So Wyatt Langford is one of our biggest signings, if not our biggest signing we've had so far. I guess Munoz was last year, but now this is our biggest. Wow, Paul Skeens signs with the Atlanta Braves. Now, as an Atlanta Braves fan, I would love this. Would love this. That being said, what is that? 50 million a year. That is terrifying. I'm sure he's worth it, but oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Good for the Braves, though. Good for the Braves. All right, we ended up making a trade. I feel like we kind of overpaid. I was trying to get a little bit more, but like honestly, I guess Jesus Cortez right here, 24 years old, 77 overall, a potential closing pitcher. This definitely adds some young depth to our bullpen. I ended up sending off Glaber. Like I said, he's going into his last year of his contract for us. Honestly, this was kind of a money dump. I ended up giving Chris Fernandez and Caleb Hobson up too. Neither one of them really make too much of a difference for me, but I'm just kind of like, all right, like they're career minor leaguers for our team. So, getting rid of them, I'm okay with. Glaber, like I said, is a little bit of a money dump, just free up some money for us. So Ethan Holiday will be our starter at second base now, and Cortez will be in our bullpen. So all in all, I do like this trade. Um, so yeah, just wanted to go ahead and throw that in here, and we'll go back to free agency. All right, we did sign AJ Puk, so we did bring a left-handed relief pitcher to the team. 1 year, $9 million. Happy with that. He's a little bit older, but 86 overall left-handed relief pitcher. We really needed that. That pretty much closes out our bullpen. Honestly, for our team, is pretty much closed out at this point. I'm still going to go check free agency, see if there's anything else we can afford, maybe add to the team, but I guess I'll show you all that in just a second. Spencer Strider signs our contract, 4 years, 15.04. So, $60 million for the next 4 years. He wanted pretty much almost 19 mil. I talked him down a good bit there. Lucky enough, no other team was really trying to come after him. So we were able just kind of to reoffer that same contract until he signed. I love this. One of my favorite players coming to the team. Really need him to pitch better than what he done the last couple seasons on Sim, apparently. But I do really like this signing for us. And hopefully it will really help our rotation. And also gives us some pieces we can maybe trade away if we need to. Josh Hader ended up signing with the Red Sox. Figured I'd go ahead and show you all that. The defending world champs definitely added some pieces with Hunter Green and Josh Hader for their pitching rotation, or their just pitching in general. All right, we ended up making another trade right here. We just went ahead and sit Ryan Weathers out. The Rays actually roster is really good. They just don't have a ton of depth pitching wise. So they were actually looking for a starting pitcher. This freed up some money for us too. I kind of wish I would have maybe tried to trade him during the offseason, but it's all right. But we just went ahead and sent him out because honestly, like he did okay for us last year, but we obviously added Strider. And we needed to get him out of there. I went ahead and threw in these couple players too, just because they didn't want to do it straight up and offered it the first time. And these are just players that I don't really see making it for us, and they're already pushing to be on our 40-man roster. So I'll end up having to release them or something, anyways. So I went ahead and sent them off for Damian Gomez, who's just a prospect. I mean, be potential 68 overall closing pitcher. He might, I would assume, end up making it. He's 18 years old, so I mean, this is a pretty solid trade for us. Definitely helps the Rays out. It just kind of helps our double A, triple A, wherever he ends up being in depth. Because I do think our major league roster is pretty much set at this point. All right, guys. Due to some players going through waivers and kind of stuff right now, I will move a few things around after some of them get through waivers, or I end up deciding if we have to trade them or something. So I'll kind of show a quick update on that. But as for the first game of the season, of the start of year 5, I believe, We're going to have South Relic leading off, White Langford, which are two big signings in the 1-2 hole. That's going to be both lineups are going to be the same. Hunter Goodman, 3-hole, Nolan Gorman, Charlie Condon, Jordan Beck, Nolan Jones, Tolivar, and Ethan Holiday, the rookie, cleaning it up in the 9 spot. That's for both lineups. And then our pitcher rotation, Cam Clemente will be back up right after some of these guys put waivers. I'm just trying to get through it, and kind of the same thing with a couple of these guys like Jaden Hill and Herrera down here. Like both of these guys are not going to be on the team long term. I don't think Jaden Hill might, but I'm probably either going to try to trade him or just send him through waivers, and then because I got other bullpen guys I want to use. Um, but this is our bullpen with Munoz, Puck, Duran, Herrera as of right now, Duvall and Holton, and then he might still be there. Herrera is definitely going to be gone, but it just won't let me do anything with him currently. So Cam is not here. Hopefully he is here by his start though, because my plan was to move Chase to be my long reliever. But if not, he will be my 5th starter. Jose Serrano, Trevor Rogers, our new addition Spencer Strider, and Shane McClanahan. If this team doesn't make the playoffs, I'm going to be very upset. This is a very good team. We are 5th ranked in the MLB. Like we have made a massive jump in the standings, and I mean, we are ranked high. I mean, we really are. As far as our own division goes, the Diamondbacks are 3rd, and the Dodgers are 1st, which is really sucks for us that we're all in the same division. But I guess this is kind of part of it. Yeah. So obviously these two teams are something we got to deal with. Obviously the Dodgers signed Ellie. They have been 1st for a long time, and I'm just curious because I really have not checked out their roster too well. Yeah, I mean, Otani's still there, Tyler Glasnow, Yamamoto, Roki. So, I mean, obviously, great rotation. Bullpen's all right. I mean, Edwin Diaz, obviously. Will Smith's still there. Wow, Vinny is at first base for them. Tommy Edmonds at second base for them with Kim as a backup, which um, still there. Norby, they got Eugenio Suarez as a backup, I guess. Obviously into Ellie, but they still got Mookie also. Stephen Kwan, Andy Pegas, and Kyle Tucker is still there. It's a very good team. I mean, it's a very, very good team. So it's obviously what we're trying to deal with, but surely we can make the playoffs this year. This is by far our best team. So I'm gonna go ahead and sim some, then I'll show some update of the roster after some people go through waivers and let's go ahead and see who our All Star was. If we obviously had to have at least one. Munoz, yeah, I mean I kind of expected that. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we don't have another bullpen guy in there, but all right. Hunter Goodman did end up making it, so that's really cool to see, and that is it. Hunter Goodman and Munoz. So let's take that. We'll go ahead and try to sign these draft picks, and I'll show you all that. So our draft picks honestly was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie with you. We did finally sign the guy that we took number 1 overall. He ended up being all right. I mean, well, not number 1 overall, just our first pick. Drew Dodd did not want to sign with us. He spent forever at my number 1 spot. That's what kind of killed me on some of these other guys, and he still ultimately didn't sign. We ended up getting these 2 to sign. I mean, they're all right, I guess. But then these last 2, I mean, I had 4 people not sign, which really sucks. This was a really young class for me, which is kind of what I was looking for. So I was really hoping to get all of them, especially with the extra draft picks, to kind of really bring in a bunch of youth in our minor league system. So it really does suck. Drew Dodd and Greg were both kind of holding out on us a lot. So I didn't even get a chance to add these guys to our motivation board. So it is what it is though. All right. At the day to call up players, we are set at 69 and 68. Um, Honestly, after the All Star break, we were negative. I think around this area, we did go on a little bit of a winning streak right before the break. Started out kind of hot with the first 2 games and lost 4 in a row. So the rest of this month wasn't great of July. August we came swinging though. I mean, there's a lot of green on out here, so this was really great for our team. Got us back up there. So we just have September left to see if we can maybe get in October baseball. We were obviously eliminated from the division. The Dodgers have went absolutely crazy. Um, But as far as the wild card goes, we are not out. I mean, we are on teetering on making it. So I mean, I would like a few wins. Like to pass the Giants. That's going to be a big series because they are 2 games ahead of us, and I do think we play them. Yeah, to end our year, so it could come down to that. So I'll probably go ahead and sim past this Dodger series, and we do it. We win 2 out of 3. We steal 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, which is massive. We have won each series leading up to the Giants. We have tied. We have a tied record with the Giants. This could decide who gets into the wild card. Currently, let's go look at the standings. We As for the wild card spot, I mean, well, there's a good chance we both get in, honestly. I guess it kind of depends on the Pirates, but the fact that we are playing each other really kind of puts our back against the walls because, I mean, if the Diamondbacks or the Pirates go out and sweep, it could mess us up. But we have a really good chance of making the playoffs, probably if we just win one game. As long as we don't get swept, we are probably at least in the playoffs. Win two, we're definitely in. Um, so let's go ahead and do this. Jose, get it done for us, buddy. We do lose the first one. It does bring Shane up. And we do win that one. That should pretty much get into the playoffs. This does guarantee us, though. Let me go check. I was curious. Yes, we have clinched a wild card spot with that win. Thank the Lord we are playoff bound. I think the Pirates would have made it anyways. But I do want to finish over the Giants. So let's go ahead and win this one out, Strider. And we do. We do win the final game of the season. 83-79, the first time we have passed a 500 record. The best we had before this was 81-81 2 seasons ago. So we have done it, and we have made the playoffs. This is fantastic. Obviously, the Dodgers are the juggernaut of this. Man, crap, maybe we should have lost because then we could have dodged the Dodgers. We could have just went and played the Cubs instead of the Mets, and then went on and played Philadelphia maybe. But it's all right. You know, we're going to have to go through them eventually. Hopefully we take out the Mets first and then go on and take the Dodgers. This would be great if we could win the World Series right here. All right, guys. Getting ready for playoffs. This is how our lineup's going to be looking. Same as we had all season. This is the end of our year stats. We'll go ahead and run through these just real quick, so you guys can see if you want to. Our best hitter, Sal Frelick, was a great addition to our team. Wyatt Langford did not do as much as I want him to, but still a solid season. Hunter Goodman's our guy. Nolan Gorman, solid season. Charlie Condon, solid season. 38, 30 home runs from them. Jordan Beck was a massive letdown this year. We are still going to run him out there, but he probably is his last season in the Rockies uniform. Nolan Jones, kind of maybe the same deal, kind of a letdown for us. Tolivar, honestly, great season from him. I'll take 250 from this shortstop every single day of the week. And then Ethan Holiday was kind of another letdown. And then as for our pitching rotation, this is what we're going to be rocking with for the playoffs. I want Shane to start game one. I mean, obviously, he's supposed to be, him and Strider are supposed to be our best pitchers, but they're still a little tired. So we are going to go Trevor Rogers this first game. I thought about going Serrano, but he honestly didn't have a great season. I mean, honestly, a lot of our starters did not have a great season, as you can tell by their ERAs. We didn't have a single starting pitcher below a 4 ERA, which is insane. But our bullpen was great. Valentina jumped up kind of late for us, but he did good in his 19 innings, so I decided to leave him up instead of one of our other guys that had like a high 3. Rodriguez was probably our worst, him and Duvall, with the 4s, but their overalls are decently high, so I'm kind of leaving them. And then obviously AJ Puck and Munoz. So our bullpen was great. Our our starters has got to be better, but we're going Trevor Rogers for game one, Shane and Strider to close us out to get their stam back. That was our rotation. So now to go look at our opponent's roster real quick. So we're all playing the Mets. They still have Juan Soto. They got Michael King, Nolan McLean, and the rest of their pitchers not great. The bullpen is also not that great. I mean, it's still Lindor. He's older though. Juan Soto and Jason Dominguez is a nice little duo. Honestly, our team is better than this team. I mean, frankly, our team is better than this team. We're currently sitting at the 5th ranked team. The Mets are 18th, and we should win this game. We should win this and go play our rival in the Dodgers. They're our rival. I don't know if we're theirs, but they are our rival. And we do. We win 5-2. That allows us to go take on the Dodgers, where Strider can start the series. I'll go ahead and sim over to it. Taylor Rogers is no longer injured as well, so let's go ahead and place him on the bench. We do win. Wow. Strider, 9 innings. That is what honestly, this is above and beyond what we signed him for. Great game from the bats as well. Spencer Strider, a 9-inning shutout against the Dodgers. Only 2 hits given up, no walks, 5 strikeouts. That right there just paid for his contract, that one single game. This does force us to an elimination game. I would think I will go through and quick manage this one. I do like to do that in playoff games typically. So I'm going to go through and kind of quick manage, but I mean, obviously a lot of it's still simulated. So since we are facing it, we'll just do this right here. This will be the first time that we've actually seen the team, slightly in action, I guess. And we are going to have Trevor Rogers on the mound. The Temptation Strider's already ready to pitch, but so there's a party that wants to say, okay, we need to go Strider right now, so we have the best chance of forcing the game 5. But if we force the game 5 versus Roki, I feel like if we don't have Strider, it's not the best option, and Shane won't be ready. So we are going to go Trevor Rogers. He pitched 2 innings last time and did good. We're sticking with the lineup right here. All right, Vinny came in the game, and honestly, I pushed him to his limits. I know his stam isn't the best, but he came in the game and he threw. He proceeded to go ahead and turn and throw 6 shutout innings against the Dodgers. I mean, maybe a little bit more if you include because he came in during the third. Unfortunately, we have not been able to do anything at the plate. Unfortunately, it is a leadoff single. I mean, this has got to be a rally call. 6 runs right here would be wild. Instant grand double play, and then Ethan Holiday pops out to end the game. We have been eliminated by the Dodgers, but look, it was still a great season for us. Finally made the playoffs, and I do really want to shout out right here. I mean, not Trevor Rogers or Cam, both y'all literally got lit up. But Vinny, 7 shutout innings. 7 shutout innings when Vinny came into the game. I keep saying Vinny. It's actually Valentine. My bad. Or Valentine. Bellizo. So Bellizo, whatever. Came in, 7 shutout innings. He has earned a spot easily on the team next year. And they do. The Dodgers beat the Red Sox in the World Series in 7 games. Dodgers and Red Sox seem to be powerhouses. I mean, I see the Phillies and Yankees a lot too, but the Dodgers and Red Sox seem to be the powerhouses of the MLB for the past few years. Yeah, we got our first taste of postseason action, and we actually did get to the NLDS. I mean, we made the top 8. I guess you could say top 4 in the NL. Took down the Mets, which is great. Hopefully next year we can kind of put up a little more fight with the Dodgers. Quickly before the offseason again, sorry, Hall of Fame inductees, Chris Sale, Jose Altuve. Chris Sale going in as a White Sox. I wonder if that would actually happen. I know he was great for them. I don't know who he would go in as. Quick pause on the video. Obviously, as a Braves fan, I would love to say he would go in as a Brave, because he did win, did win the Cy Young here. Realistically, though, I mean, he won the Cy Young and the Triple Crown with the Braves. Kind of makes me think maybe. But I kind of lean towards not because he did win, I believe, a World Series with the Red Sox. And then, like, with Chicago, I mean, he just started his career there, a lot of All-Stars. And then Cal Raleigh signs a massive contract with the Red Sox, who are constantly in the World Series against the Dodgers. Not surprised. Let us get James Wood. Let us get James Wood. Sign the contract, James. Damn it. He signed with the Yankees. Offered him 7 for, I can't remember how much it was. It was $250 million for 7 years. He signs a 8-year contract with the Yankees for $36 million a year. That really sucks. So I want it on the record to say that I did offer Jordan Beck a 4-year contract for $10 million a year to come back, and he chose a 1-year deal with the Astros. So that pisses me off. And we do get Mikhail Garcia to come be another bench player for us, and maybe outfielder because he has outfield secondary. And Ozzy Albies signs with the Dodgers. That's sickening to me. Luke Little signs, did need the left-handed relief pitcher. He does sign with our team, which is huge. Gary Crochet goes back to the Red Sox. Team is still loaded.
All right, hey guys, quick interruption here. What y'all just saw is we didn't get James Wood, and Jordan Beck left us just like Brent Doyle and Mickey Moniak. We kind of had to let them go the season prior. Obviously, we had signed White Langford and Sal Frelick. So they just left us. That's what y'all just saw. Unfortunately, at this point, I had to start a new video clip to record, and I lost all of that footage. The rest of this offseason, spring training, and the regular season, playoffs, and the next offseason. So I missed the entire season of 2031. I do apologize about that. I'm going to try to make sure I never, ever do that again. But I really messed up the footage saving it on my PlayStation. I ended up turning my PlayStation off and without saving it, and I didn't think about it, and I lost the footage. So I do apologize for that, first and foremost. Now, for a quick rundown of what happened in that season, we ended up getting a plug-and-play outfielder to kind of just fill in for the season for us because I couldn't get anybody to sign. Going into the season, we actually did have a pretty good season, ended up making the wild card again, played the Dodgers again, and lost to the Dodgers in the divisional again. just like the season y'all just watched. So it's pretty much a rinse and repeat of that season. There was not a big record difference. It was ultimately basically the same. The big news came in the off season. At this point, we needed another outfielder. We needed somebody better. On top of that, Tovar left us to shortstop, and I just want y'all to know my goal was to keep him the entire time and be on the Rockies, so I just didn't have so many new players come in. But he would not sign back with us. I tried, and he would not sign back with us. I went after him. He had no interest in free agency. He ended up signing somewhere else. So the first signing I ended up doing was I went after Carson Williams. I actually went after a couple different people. Carson Williams was the only one that had interest in the team, so I signed him at shortstop, who can hit a little bit better than Tovar anyway, so it was a good signing for us. But our biggest addition was I went out to get a superstar outfielder. I freed up some money, and I went full charge at Corbin Carroll, and lo and behold, he did have interest in our team and signed with us. So Corbin Carroll was a massive signing for us to take over the outfield. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, so y'all kind of know what's happening. We're going to pick up with the 2032 season in just a second, just so y'all know that we did miss season, I believe 7 or something, maybe 6. So I do apologize about that. Again, I will make sure it does not happen in the future. Sorry for the quick interruption. Y'all have a good day. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
All right, guys, here's going to be our lineup. We're going to be leading off with Corbin Carroll, who's obviously our big sign. Though I will say I'm actually not going to lead him off against lefties. We are going to lead off Sal. He is a lefty also, but his contact versus lefties is crazy. So we're going to basically just flip them, and that's the only difference here in the 1 and 6 hold, depending on who's pitching. So, but Corbin Carroll, Watt Langford, Hunter Goodman, Nolan Gorman, Charlie Condon, Sal Frelick, Carson Williams, Ethan Holiday, and Miguel Garcia is going to be our lineup for this season. This is a really good team. I mean, this is an extremely good team, and I really expect this team to. I know it's the Dodgers, but I really expect them to win or just be really close to winning the division this year and actually make a push in the playoffs. I know all paths lead through the Dodgers, but I feel like this team can do it. And we do have Jose, Shea, Benny, and Cole on the bench right here, which are, as y'all can see, he can play a lot of positions for us other than Shea, but that's just our backup catcher, and these guys are solid too. As for our rotation, we are going to be rocking with Strider as our main guy, Shane in the 2. Chase earned that 3 spot in spring training, so that's where he's going to be sticking. Jose, we did leave at the 4, and we're going to put Nelson at the 5, making his rookie debut. Vinny, I keep saying Vinny, that's going to be his new name for me. Should just go there and edit it myself. But Bellows and Cam are going to be our long relief pitchers. He obviously had pitched phenomenal for us in the playoffs and everything. So he'll be kind of our, I guess, right-handed long reliever where even his stamp's not great, but he can, we saw him go 7 innings, which is crazy. And then Cam, he did pitch good in spring training, but I just don't think he might could take Jose's spot eventually. Or, Nelson if he's not pitching good, but we're just going to let him rock out of the bullpen for now. Duvall, Cortez, and Hayter are going to be kind of our setup, or our mid relief pitchers, and Luke and Alex can be our 2 lefty setups for Muniz closing. I know technically they're both high overalls. I thought about maybe putting Alex as our closer, but honestly, I still like Muniz in that role. That's what I brought him in for, and this is his last year of his contract, so we're going to let him stick it out. So this is our team. This is a great team. This is a great team. We are power ranked number 1 in the league for the first time ever. This is a fantastic team. The Dodgers have finally fallen off a little bit. They're still ranked 4th. We're actually finally number 1 in the division. I really hope this is our year. We do have a player that is in this, so we're going to stop simulating so we can play in it or do our thing. But let me go ahead and quickly run you down. We are 59 and 38. We're only 2.5 games outside of the Dodgers. Honestly, I think we would be doing a lot better had we not had so many injuries. Let's go ahead and look at that first. So on our injured list, so Spencer Strider, I put him on the 15-day IL. He just tore his groin. He's out for a month or 2. Really sucks. He is having a pretty good year. It's probably one of his best years in the regular season for us. He's 10-4 with a 3.69 ERA, so that really does hurt us. He will be back though, so that's not detrimental, but that is still not great. Obviously, this is minor leaguer. And then our other ones, as you can see, are these 3. These 3 are really bad. Ethan Holidays was really early into the season. He did not make it very far, and he was only batting 216. So this one doesn't hurt us just a ton, but it still didn't help. He did break his leg, so he was on the 60-day IL. So he'll be back in the next couple weeks, but he missed most of the season. Jesus Cortez has missed probably the entire season. He had 8 games in, 11 innings pitched, and then when tore his rotator cuff. So he still has 4 or 5 more months. He's probably out for the season. Actually, he is out for the season. Corbin Carroll, our massive, huge signing, who was batting 303 for us in that leadoff spot, rotating with Sal. 17 home runs, 55 runs scored. Has been a game changer for our team. Dislocated his ankle, out for the season. You can't make this up. It's just like the one year, finally we had a good team, everybody got injured, and then this year's been by far our best team, and everybody gets injured. I will potentially look at making a couple trades, especially with, Ethan's coming back. I went ahead and moved up somebody else for bullpen, so we're covered there. Spencer will be back, but we might end up needing to trade somebody for the outfield to cover. We'll go ahead and look at some of our stats real quick. Jose, I just obviously threw back in there, but he was having a terrible season, so I ended up putting Cam in because Cam was doing good out of the bullpen. I haven't checked it since then, but the 2 and 5 was about accurate. I don't know how much he's really pitched out of the bullpen. Probably a little bit. But yeah, the 6 ERA was I think he had a 7, so maybe it's a little bit down. Shane with a 4.71. I think Strider has been our best pitcher. Chase with a 3.79. He's really earned that starting job, and he's keeping it. He's been doing good. Cam, kind of the same thing. He's only started 5 games. He is 2 and 3, but a 3.48 ERA I can take. And then Nelson. Nelson is a rookie. Has came in here 9 and 4 with a 3.66 ERA. He's played really well. Our bullpen has been pretty solid as well. Duvall has not been doing the best, but everybody else from last time I checked was doing good. Yeah, they're all sitting in the 3s, so I'm happy with that. And then my boy Vinny, not Vinny Bellows, is sitting in the 2.3, which is great. Jose's just not pitching good. Jose is, I don't really know because I can't really push him. I can't remove him without sending him through waivers or designating for assignment. Don't really want to do that. Part of me does kind of want to give some of these younger guys a chance, but this is last year, so we'll probably leave it alone unless one of these guys gets hurt long term. So for the lineup, I haven't brought up anybody to replace them. We only have 2 on our bench right now, so everybody's probably really tired, which isn't really smart by me. I need to bring up a couple people, but Ethan's about to be back. We're at the All-Star break. So like I said, I might go out and trade for somebody or figure it out. Benny's 231. Shay's not having a good season, but like I said, he's just a backup catcher. Sal's leadoff in both lineups now. He is 309. Great leadoff. Really helped with Corbin Carroll being injured, but still really sucks not having him. Watts at 266. We need better out of him. He was on a tear last year before he ended up missing the rest of the season, so we really need him to get going. Hunter Goodman, solid. Nolan Gorman, 31 home runs. It's great. Charlie, won his average or home runs, one of them to be a little bit higher, but still not bad. 289 from Carson Williams, new sonnet. Something Tovar had never really done for us. Had a good average, so this is a good pickup for us. Garcia has been playing great. I almost didn't play him, but he's been playing really good for us. Jose, since Ethan's been hurt, he's played the entire time, and he's done great for us. And then Cole and Benny are rotating the outfield spot, and neither one of them are playing that great. It's kind of why I'm looking at maybe trying to grab another outfielder. But first things first, let's get into the home run derby. Junior Camilleri, Gunnar Henderson, Cal Riley, Joe Adele, Nolan Gorman, Tatis, Mark Ventos, and Willie Adames. We'll make our predictions just like last time, years ago at this point. So for my 4 making it, got to go Nolan Gorman, right? Got to go Nolan Gorman. Obviously, these guys' overalls are a little bit different, but he was in it before. But give me the big dumper, give me Gunnar Henderson, and give me Tatis. Even though I do love Joe Adele. Joe Adele's my dark horse, but that's where we're going. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Next batter. All right, we got 13, 16, 17, 17. So yeah, Junior's out. I did say Gunnar would make it, but Joe does make it over him. Joe was my dark horse though. Looks like Cal's in as of right now. Let's go ahead and send this next batter. Nolan Gorman was 17. We have a 3-way tie at the top. Can Tatis, Mark, or Willie Adames pass this? Tatis, with 12. He is eliminated. Mark with 15 is not good enough. He is eliminated. And then Willie with 12. Wait. No, with 14. He is eliminated. So I got 3 out of 4 right. I did say Tatis would be the 4th spot, or I said Joe is my dark horse. So I'll take the dark horse run. Right here, Gunnar or Cal. Cal did better in the first round. I like Gunner's swing, but give me the big dumper. Nolan Gorman, our guy versus Joe Adele. They tied in the last round, but give me Nolan Gorman. Gunnar with only 8. Cal, big dumper's got that in his sleep. Cal Riley moves on. Nolan Gorman is up first. Big round out of him. 15. 15 is a solid number. Definitely wanted it back up more than 17, 18 rounds, but that's a solid number. And Nolan Gorman moves on. Nolan Gorman has a chance to win the home run derby, playing the Red Sox, who honestly, if we do make the World Series, is probably who we'll play.
Hitting first in this championship round.
Let's go ahead and see Cal Raleigh. Only 5. Nolan Gorman should have this in the bag. This is a good omen for our season to potentially go win the World Series if Nolan can get this done. He's choking. Oh, that one's definitely gone. One more to tie. Oh, there it is. And he has done it. Nolan Gorman is your home run derby champion. It's probably the first piece of hardware, other than maybe a couple Gold Gloves by Tovar or Hunter Goodman or something that we brought in. So I'll go ahead and send over to if we make any trades, any big trades that are made, I'll show those, and then for any team, and then we'll, if not, you'll see me at our rookie signing. And view our draft picks. Let's go ahead and do that. Our number 1 pick did not sign, of course. He had like a 60% interest, and I could not get him to sign. And then our other first round pick and our second round pick ended up kind of being bust. But then our late picks, one of them didn't sign. But these 3 ended up being really great for us. Again, I really hope none of these guys really ever see the field, just because I hope we have won the World Series by then. But they are there if not. He might actually, 57 overall, 92 potential. He'll probably develop pretty quickly. So if we go another couple seasons, he could end up being our future outfielder. But for right now, we'll just go ahead and send to September call-ups. And I guess when Strider comes back, unless somebody else gets injured, hopefully we continue our winning ways. We're only 1 game back from the Dodgers. And we lose 2 out of 3. So that does eliminate us from that, and we lose 2 out of 3 to the end of the season. So the end of the season did not finish off very well. Let's go ahead and get our wild card roster set. We actually don't have to go through the Dodgers this year. This time at Chicago. So we'll have to go through them eventually if we can get past this. But maybe we can play them in NLCS and go on a run. Boston has actually dropped to the 3 seed here, so we might have a different champion other than Boston and Dodgers. Or, yeah. So, Jose being out, we are going to leave Alvarado up. The almost 7 ERA is obviously not great, but he did start doing a little bit better towards the end right there. He's the highest overall we have, so we're just going to stick with him. I would be tempted to put him over Cam. He's got 6 overalls on him, but again, Cam, 3.82 ERA, so it's just it's hard to do that. Like, he's had a great season, so we're going to leave him in there at the 5. Nelson Garcia at the 4, Chase, Shane, and Strider going to be starting this game. Unfortunately, Shane's actually kind of tired, so we may have to go Chase then Shane for this Giant series, which is fine. And then obviously the rest of the bullpen's the same. Pretty good seasons for everybody, all things considered. Duvall with a 5 really sucks, but besides that. And then for the lineup, obviously still the same. If we had Corbin Carroll, I really feel like we could have won that division. But it's all right. Sal did come down a little bit in the leadoff spot, but most of them played really well. Charlie Condon was a massive down year for him, but we need him to pick it up here for the playoffs. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and move him down the lineup. Miguel Garcia with a pretty solid year. Jose fell off a little bit, and he is cold now. Had a bad stretch of games, but his overall is obviously dropping with his age. But to be fair, none of these guys, I guess maybe Graham, but Benny and Cole both averages came up a little bit. Versus righties, I probably should be playing Cole here. And versus lefties, probably paying Benny. But we're gonna let Jose go, and if we get into the playoffs and he's having a really bad run, then we'll flip it over. So this is how we're gonna be rocking it. We can't switch them. We'll put Ethan. We'll put Jose down the 9. Just get a little more mix up with the righties and lefties. Lineup will be rocking. You guys saw the pitching rotation. Let's go ahead and get into these. See if we take out the Giants. We lose first one 5-0. We lose the first one 5-0, which is not good. We do go Chase here. I will play quick manage. I will send through it. I just want to at least be able to watch an elimination game always. Come on, Sal. Come on, Sal. Strikes out 0-5. White Langford's our last chance here. Need a base hit to keep it going. And he grounds out to end the game. Just get put out of the wild card by the Giants. Our division opponents 3 years in a row. Put out by the Dodgers the past 2 years in the divisional, and now the Giants in the wild card. Man. Going to year 8. We will be going to year 8. Hopefully this time we have Corbin Carroll back the entire season. Do whatever else we can to upgrade the roster again. My favorites are still going to be the Dodgers and the Red Sox, but I guess we will see. Go ahead and sim it. Blue Jays defeated the Dodgers. The Dodgers didn't make it yet again. The Blue Jays ended up coming out, winning the World Series, coming all the way from the wild card as a 6th seed. So I really respect that for them. And they got their revenge for in real life this year. Go ahead and advance to the offseason. Actually, hold on. We will quickly look at awards. Nelson Garcia did win Rookie of the Year. Gleyber Torres. Oh, man. Good for Gleyber. Good for Gleyber. Obviously let him go. He went to Toronto. I'll let him go for Ethan, and he's played good there. So good for Gleyber. NLCS MVP, Will Smith. AL's Vlad. MVP was Juan. Joe Dell. Cy Young. Bat title. Reliever of the Year. And Rookie of the Year we did win with Nelson Garcia. Hank Aaron Award. And we'll go ahead and flip through Gold Glove and Silver Sluggers if anybody's interested. And now with the NL, see if we had anybody win anything else. South Elliott came second, Gold Glove in left field. Nolan Gorman finished second in DH for Silver Slugger. And that's it. So we'll get a Rookie of the Year again, which is really cool. We'll go ahead and send it to the offseason now. Mike Trout, Manny Machado make the Hall of Fame. Guys, I really hope this is the year because we have a lot of free agents. I mean, the team will still be good. Even if we lost all these guys, we have a lot of money free up to go spend elsewhere. But, man, a lot of these guys are the ones I really want to win it with. So, yeah, I really hope this is the year. This is going to be a really long video. Hopefully the other rebuilds that I do won't take this long. I originally thought about making this a series, going season by season per video, but I figured that'd be a little too fast because I'd be skipping a lot of things. So I wanted to do till we win the World Series. And I kind of figured, we'll see how much I edit, but I kind of figured in video it wouldn't be more than about 10 minutes a season until we got to the playoffs and stuff. But this one, we're going into year 8. I did technically lose a clip of a season, so basically 7 for the video, but I really hope this is the year. We're running out of people. Just wanted to throw this out. We are still in spring training. I have offered a trade, so I'll show you that if it goes through. And then if not, we have a lot of starters who are going to be seeing who gets a starting job. So I will see y'all after that update. All right, guys, our trade did go through. Honestly, I felt like we kind of gave up a lot. But I went through, I found one of the best pitchers that is still in the MLB that was like a relatively high overall on one of the worst teams. I wasn't going to go try to trade with a team that's already a contender that has a good pitcher because that doesn't really make sense. But the White Sox aren't a very good team still, so probably a future rebuild team. So I went out and traded for Jaron Jones. What ended up making it happen was Darren Pearson, which I didn't love trading. I was really hoping he'd kind of develop for us. Is a potential, and he's young and everything like that. But for Jared, I was down to do it. We ended up giving George up also, so we gave up 2 of our top pitching prospects to try to go ahead and get Jared to help us win. Sean and then Rodriguez, which I knew I had to get rid of a relief pitcher anyways, so Rodriguez was the guy that decided to ship out. Sean was just because they needed a first baseman. He kind of put that little bit extra in the trade that made it go through. So the big losses here are definitely George and Darren. Long term, if this was like, oh, let's keep going forever and ever and ever, this would not be great. Though he is 27 and 28, so that's actually not too bad. I'm sure they'll develop a little bit better. I mean, Jared is 31. We're taking on a bigger contract for the next 3 years, but this is somebody that I really hope will come in here, and I've said it before, but really hope he comes in here and puts us over the top, just like I hoped Corbin Carroll would. So these guys stay healthy this season. I'm feeling good about it. So that was our one big blockbuster trade that we've made, and hopefully this right here gets us to be a World Series team. All right, spring training has come to an end, so we are going to go check out the pitching rotation. First and foremost, right here, we are going to have Spencer Strider, Jared Jones, and Chase along with, I'm missing somebody, Nelson Garcia, our rookie of the year last year. Those will be our locked in four. It's trying to figure out who's going to get the fifth spot. And that's between the people over here that's actually in the starting rotation. We'll go throw out there Sean's not likely to get it. Like I said, 74 overall. He just was the next best. It's really down to the top four, and one of them will be long relief as well. Cam's still competing. He honestly, and he's at least going to be long relief because the 1.77 ERA through spring training is great. Richard with a 5.5. Wow, and Alvarado wants it. So Peralta and Haskett are getting sent back down. Cam Alvaro, I guess. It's their jobs. Alvaro's going to be getting the starting job. Cam's going to be the long reliever. We'll go ahead and get that set up, and I'll see you all at the beginning of this season. All right, guys. Here is the start of season 8 of the Colorado Rockies franchise, and man, I hope this is the year. Spencer Strider started the mound for us game 1. Jared Jones, who's our big trade piece for game 2. Chase, 3, rookie of the year last year. Garcia at 4. And then Alvaro, who's not listed as a rookie because he did pitch decent amount of games for us last year. So sorry about that. But he basically is a rookie for us, so our 5th starter. My boy Vinny Valentin Bellizo is obviously holding down the long relief spot with Cam. Tyler Holton, Porter Hodge, Jesus as the mid relievers. Setup man is Luke Little, Alex Visa, and of course we're going to continue as our closer with Andres Munoz, even if his overall drops a little bit. I believe in him for one more year. As for the lineup, this lineup's nasty. I can't lie, this lineup is gross. We'll start with the bench. Actually, before we do anything, moment of silence for my boy. He's on waivers right now. I'm trying to keep him in AAA, Jose. His overall just dipped a little too low for me, but he held it down so well for us last year. And come call up time, he'll be up. And if one of these two are struggling, he'll be up. But the mids being younger, however, I kept being Cole up. That's what we're gonna do. So for the lineup, Shea still holding it down behind his backup catcher. Boy Peyton Graham is great bench player, utility guy, defense. Benny and Cole as the other subs right here. And then as for the starting lineup, surely to God, Corbin Carroll can stay healthy. We're going to have Corbin Carroll leading it off with Jacob Wilson moving into the 2 hole instead of White Langford with that contact. I want him on base. With these two leading off, Corbin Carroll and Jacob Wilson looking great. Then we're going to have Hunter Goodman, Nolan Gorman with the power, then White Langford, Charlie Condon, Sal Frelick, Carson Williams, and Ethan Holiday holding it down. Carson did really well for us last year, so he's a little bit lower in lineup than you'd like, but somebody like him in the 8 hole is great. For left-handed, it's the exact same except Corbin and Sal flip, because obviously there's a massive contact difference, so Sal will be leading off, and then the rest of it's the same. This team's great. This team is great. We are first ranked again. We are 3rd in contact, 3rd in power, 2nd in pitching, 13th in defense, 7th in speed. This has got to be the year. This has got to be the year. We were projected 96 wins again. I do really believe, assuming we stay healthy, we can finally beat the Dodgers for the division, and I think we can break 100 wins. So let's go ahead and jump into Simmon, and I will see y'all at the MLB draft in the All-Star break. All right, guys. Hold on. And we lost. Actually, do not have anybody in the home run derby this time. At the All-Star break, we are 64-32. We are having a fantastic season. I will say the injury bug has hit us again, but not as hard this time. Let me go ahead and sim through these, and then we can see who our All-Stars are and everything like that. So when I'm talking about the injury bug, 12.5 late a game on the Dodgers looks fantastic. I keep going the wrong thing. First and foremost, Benny is under knee cartilage. I'm just leaving him on the bench right now. It's 1-2 months. I just don't feel like really bringing anybody up, so we're just going to let him kind of hang out there. He's a backup, so that's not the biggest issue. The reason he actually was in those because Sal ended up missing like a week or 2 with an injury, but that wasn't too bad. Chase. And you know what's even the worst part is? This entire time, he has been, let's go and look at his stats. He has been, ever since the start of this, just not very good for us. Ended up playing in the minors 1 year, comes back, he starts developing. Last year was his best year, and he was having his best year of his career this year, 9-2 with a 3.22 ERA, and he breaks his arm. Just felt awful about it. Um, really hate to see that. He's still projected to be out for another couple months. He will be hopefully be back come playoffs and end of the season though, so he will be back for that. But I just hate he didn't get to have the full season. And then also we did have Hunter Goodman out for a while. As you can see, he's about 100 at bats behind some other people. I guess maybe some not as much when they've been out with a couple injuries here and there. He missed like 3 weeks, maybe pushing a month with an injury. But yeah, we'll go ahead and go through this real quick. Corbin Carroll, I mean, just having him on the team's great. Having him actually playing is great. 318 average. Jacob Wilson, 287. We want that up a little bit higher, but hey, 287 is fantastic, and I will take it. Hunter Goodman, down a little bit this year for him, 261, but still holding it down pretty well. Nolan Gorman also a little down. His average not home run wise, he is a little down, but I think he's for the most part fine. Wyatt Langford up to 289. This is one of his better years on our team. That's great. Moving down the five holes, doing him some good. Charlie Condon's back at it. 22 home runs, 289 average. So much better than what it was last year. Sal, a little bit of a dip on the average, but still playing well at 284. We'll take that all day. Carson, a little bit of a down year, 254. And then Ethan is having the best year of his career at 287. I'm not going to mess with the lineup. I really like how it's kind of played out. I thought about maybe swapping these guys, maybe moving Ethan up a little bit, but honestly, I really like our lineup. And then, we are down a bench player right now, but I'm just leaving Benny there. As for the pitching rotation, Spencer Strider is again not having the best season. Really sucks. I feel like he just hasn't really ever hit his groove for our team since he's been here. 4.27, 5.54. Best season last year to 3.68, then a 4.65. Though he has shoved come playoff time. No, I guess last year he did lose. We got shut out though. That's more on the bats. But these other 2 years that we made the playoffs, I mean, he shoved. So open, that kind of comes back around, but it has been kind of a rough season for him. Jarrett Jones has been a good addition for us. See, ERA is similar. He's just maybe getting the run support. Set at 8-4. It's been solid. We want that a little bit lower, but again, been solid. Cam has taken over the starting job since Chase has been injured. When that happened, I ended up, instead of bringing up one of those young pitching prospects, I just ended up bringing up Damien, which was our closer prospect. I haven't checked his stats. This is the first time I'm seeing him sitting at a 5.19. Tempting, especially with Cam holding on to a 4.66 to go ahead and bring up one of those starters. We'll look at that for a second, but he is 5-1, so Nelson Garcia had a 2.6, and he's 13-3. Rookie of the year last year. He might be going for the Cy Young this year. If he wins that somewhere like Colorado, that's impressive. And then Alvaro, 3-3 with a 4.35. I'm not hating on that too much. It's a pretty solid season for the rookie. And in the bullpen, long relievers are not doing well. The rest of the bullpen is doing very well. Munoz is a little bit higher on the ERA, but only 4 losses with 32 saves. He's doing his job. I will quickly look at the trade block, see if there's anything kind of crazy in there. I mean, Bo Bichette, George Kirby. That could be a really good trade for us. I don't know if we have the cap space to bring somebody like him in, though. I might look at that, though. Or somebody like Cade Smith. Did Cade Smith pitch for us for a year? No, he didn't. Maybe I just try to go after him. Or somebody like Cade Smith come in and be our closer, can move Munoz over to relief pitch. That also might be, and maybe something we could maybe afford a little bit better for an expiring contract. We'll go ahead and see if I can work something out. I'll look at them, and then if not, we'll just move on. So, guys, we did just make a massive trade. This pretty much maxes out our cap space, though. Pretty much. Only lost a couple mil on it. What we ended up doing is we just ended up trading for Cade Smith. He's on an expiring contract, but I'll probably end up trying to re-sign him because this is a great closer. We ended up trading Irvin away, which all of our pitching prospects is one of the ones that I was kind of least likely to bring up. Luis over at second base. We still kept our other top second base prospect, the young right fielder we have, this is the young left fielder we have, and then Jose. If we win the World Series, if I could, I would definitely send him a ring. This guy was great for us last year, but honestly, we had to send it for the contract to make this work. I ended up not going after the starter, decided to go after the bullpen. because honestly, I don't know if I could afford the starter anyways. So this is kind of what we decided to do, and hopefully this trade right here. This trade right here could be great. This trade right here could be great for us. He's going to go to our closing spot. Muniz is going to move over to reliever. It's going to be really great for us. We'll go ahead and move on to signing our draft picks. That's probably the only trade we're going to be making, and I'll see y'all when we get there. All right, guys, that ended up being the only trade we made, and honestly, I love where we're sitting right now. 73-40 after the trade deadline. 6.5 games up on the Dodgers. Hopefully, we continue to roll. As far as those draft picks go, we did not sign almost any of them. I could not get their interest up. All of them are so low, which that is on me. I'm rushing through the drafts. It is crazy that I only got 2 of them. Both of them aren't great. So I really hate that, but it's all right. We'll live. So we're not probably won't have a ton of money come free agency, but I really like how our team's sitting right now. So honestly, hopefully this is our last year. Really hoping this is our last year. Let's go ahead and move on though and just keep simming. Oh my God. This game is killing me with injuries. We'll put him on the 10-day IL. 2 months. I mean, he's looking at hopefully being back by playoffs. I mean, hopefully. God, that pisses me off, man. Okay. All right. We are 5 games up on the Dodgers now. 5.5 games up. Let's lock in. Do we play them anymore? Oh, we're playing them literally right now. This is our last time playing them. Okay. Take 2 out of 3. The Giants supposed to have last year. Really hope we sweep here. Split with them. We should break 100 wins this year. That's on the bench. It's such a shatter of the strain. Okay. We are at 100 wins though. 156. I love it. I love it. I love it. 6 games left. Hopefully we finish 106 and 56. It has not, I don't believe, clinched us the division yet. 1 more win should do it though. Yep. Need 1 more win, and we have won the division for the first time. This has got to be our year. Just keep active. 104 and 58. We have done it. We broke 100 wins, and we have won the division. Are we the 1 seed? We are the 1 seed as well. And of course, we cannot be dodged. We will be playing the winner of the Dodgers and San Francisco in the divisional. Everything runs through our division. Boston is the 1 seed over there. And somehow I traded for Jared, and the Chicago White Sox went from terrible to the 2 seed. I thought, all right, that's just crazy. Guys, I really hope this is our year. I really hope this is our year. All right, guys. Everybody's healthy. Everybody is healthy. We got Strider for game 1, Jared Jones, Chase, Nelson, Alvaro, Cade Smith's back as our closer. And honestly, I'm just curious how he finished out the season. Not great, but it's all right. Alex, Luke, Andres, Jesus, Porter, Tyler, and Valentine. Yeah, 21 stamps. I don't know why he's listed as long relief. There you go. My boy Vinny. I hate the fact the only person we are missing that I'd really like to have there is that's what fine past midnight is Cam. He honestly had a pretty solid season, 7-3, 4.61, not too bad. He will be the first guy we call up if somebody does get hurt, and we're just gonna be rocking with these 5 starters. So then we'll just have to work on the bullpen pretty well if we need to. But it was either him or Munoz, or I guess maybe Tyler Holton. And honestly, what it kind of came down to is their hits per nine are a lot better. Like I know the stam's not there, but the hits per nine are a lot better. I'm hoping our starters will work deep. And then as far as the lineup goes, the lineup is going to be the same as it was when our team was healthy in the season. This is it. And if we were playing San Francisco, I actually took out the Dodgers. There's a part of me that's like, okay, great, we're not playing the Dodgers, even though San Fran put us out last year. But a part of me really wanted to go through the Dodgers, but it's okay. We are playing San Fran. We will go look at their roster. Oh, here's the Dodgers. Still got Ellie and a bunch of other really good players. Not as good as it was, though. Aussies on that team. San Fran's probably, honestly, a little bit better now. Last year, and they did sign Jackson Jobe from us when we were trying to go after him, too. So their pitching staff's gross. Their pitching staff is filthy. So, our pitching staff just has to be better. Man, I really hope this is the year. We'll go ahead and check out some awards right now. Cy Young, Nelson Garcia did win it. Sal Frelick won the Gold Glove. Corbin Carroll won the Hank Aaron. And Corbin Carroll won the batting title. Jordan was your MVP. Nelson Garcia and Jared Jones was in second. Oh my gosh, with the 4.17 is insane. Nelson Garcia, Rookie of the Year last year. Let me show y'all Rookie of the Year last year. And Cy Young this year. This is great. Corbin Carroll with the batting title. The Hank Aaron Award. Nelson Garcia finished third in Gold Glove too. Second in Gold Glove for Ethan Holiday at second base. Sal Frelick with the Gold Glove in right field. Jacob Wilson finished third in DH for Silver Slugger. Hunter Goodman finished second. Corbin Carroll won it. And then the AL, let's go ahead and quickly run through these. I'm sorry, did I just say Brandon Lowe is in AAA and won it? Yeah, so now, hey, let's win some NLCS and World Series MVP, shall we? This is the first two games at home. We win, lose. So we do split. Luke Little did lose us the game ultimately. We'll check out the first one real quick. Alright, hit pretty solid. Need better from our 2-3 spot, specifically Strider, 5 innings, 3 runs. Not the best. Jesus came in and did technically blow a save. Alex Visa came in and the bullpen shut the door on him. Game 2. Bats were a little bit better. Corbin Carroll kind of fell on this one. Jared Jones, only 6 innings, only 2 runs given up. Luke Little came in and gave up 3 runs, 2 earned. Porter gave up 1. So we're going to San Francisco now. If we win one of these, I'm feeling good coming back to Game 5 for the win. So Chase, it's time to shine, man. He doesn't get it done. We do lose. Oh, man. Giants do not let us off easy. This is our Cy Young Award winner right here, though. I'm feeling really good about this game. And taking it to Game 5. We'll go to quick manage, and I'll show you all the highlights of this. Solo shot, giving up right there. Big inning from us right here. Just tied up the ball game. Sack fly gets the run in. Up 4-3. Nelson gives up another hit. We're pulling him. Probably should pull him now, honestly. I probably should go ahead and do it. This guy's never hit a home run, though. We're getting one more batter. See how he does. Fly out. Single. All right, it's time to pull him. We got lefty Rowdy up right here. Probably will go to a lefty. Tyler Holton's got decent splits. Let's go to Tyler Holton here. Try to get out of this. Fly out. Single. And he got out of it. Strikeout. Nolan Gorman with a single. Charlie with a single. We're going to go ahead and go sack fly here from Watt Langford. Try to get this run in. It does work. All right, Sal. Another single. Carson Williams. This could be huge. Break this game open. He does. He does. We are up 6-3. Keep it going. Ethan Holiday strikes out. Corbin Carroll back at the top. Strikes out. Solo shot. Let's go from Hunter Goodman. A double from Nolan Gorman. And then a 2-run shot from Charlie Condon. Let's go. We are up 6 runs. I'm going to leave Tyler in. We are just going to burn him, but it keeps everybody else's arms good. Strike out, fly out, walk, fly out, wins the game. Charlie Condon 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Nelson Garcia with the win. That forces Game 5 back at home. Let's go do this. Let's get our first ever NLCS appearance. Now we do have to make a decision here. We are going to need a quick manage yet again. We do have to make a decision here. Strider and Jared Jones are both ready to go. Whose hand do we want the ball in? Alvaro, 4.42 ERA on the season. It's definitely not bad. Jared, 4.17. And he did finish second at the Cy Young. And then Strider, who's been our ace, 5.12. One of his worst seasons, but he's always been clutch in the playoffs. I think we give the ball to Strider. There's a lot of favoritism probably going into this decision, but he's always been clutch for us in the playoffs. Anytime he's pitched, I think he has one loss only to the 4th straight season we've made the playoffs. All right, guys. Well, I lost my footage again. PlayStation. I keep recording. I'm recording on PlayStation, and there's an hour time limit. Once the hour starts coming up, it starts ticking down, and I stopped it once I started popping up, and then I started one back, and apparently it didn't start back good. It kind of happened mid game right here, so I don't know if I ended up getting the start of this or not. Maybe I saw a little bit into it. I don't know if I can go like score by score. Can I see? Okay, yeah. So if it didn't, I quick managed the game. I did end up going with Spencer Strider. I think it was still recording when y'all saw me talk about the decision, and maybe even the first inning when he gave up the 3 run, I think it was home run or something. Or yeah, and then he ended up giving a solo shot up in the 4th. We got into the 7th, and I believe one of our guys hit a solo shot, and then in the 8th inning we had I think a single and a double, and then Charlie Condon hit a 3 run home run to tie the ball game. In the 9th inning, I actually brought in Munoz, who 3 up, 3 down. Got to the bottom of the 9th. I believe Carson Williams let us off with a double. I put in a pinch runner just for a little bit more speed. Bunt with Ethan Holiday, sack fly with Corbin Carroll. We ended up walking it off and winning it. I hate the fact that it's not going to show that in the recording. I mean, my reaction is probably not great. I'm still working on it, but a really big moment. And we are actually moving on to the NLCS. Really great late game comeback from the team. I mean, I kind of thought we were out of it once we went down 4-0. And then we scored 5 in the last 3 innings. So, I mean, great comeback. Back-to-back wins with our back against the wall. Puts us up against Miami to end the NLCS and maybe get to the World Series. You can see the Detroit or Texas as Boston and White Sox both lose. But first, we got to get done with the Marlins. Let's go ahead and check out their roster. I don't know what they're working with. I do see a lot of people have signed over there. Starting rotation looks pretty good. Bullpen looks really good too. Catcher's good. First base good. Jackson Holiday is at second base. I forgot that he is signed with them. So you're going to have Jackson Holiday versus his brother on our team also at second base, Ethan Holiday. JJ Weatherholt, they signed him. Jake McCarthy's not up right now, which is kind of odd. Trent Grissom. Yeah, I mean, man, this is a stacked team. This is a stacked team, but hey, so is ours. Just out of curiosity, we are still ranked first. Where are the Marlins? Are ranked second. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a huge matchup. Over in the AL, the Red Sox were ranked third, but they did lose. The White Sox are actually ranked 10th and lost. We have the Rangers and it was the Tigers, 6th and ninth. So definitely not a guarantee, but it's a good chance the winner of this wins the World Series. We'll go ahead and send the first 2 games at home. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and send the first 3 games right here, and then we'll go into a quick manage because we're either going to be facing elimination or potentially facing a sweep or whatever it ends up being. So we'll go ahead and send these first 3 games. Wow, guys, we are on the verge of sweeping the Miami Marlins. 17-5. Great game from here. Let's go check the box score real quick. The team's hitting Corbin Carroll, 4 hits, 16 hits. Everybody in the lineup was going crazy. And, the pitching rotation, it did good. Second game, we win 4-3. Another 10-hit game from the team. Alvaro, 5 innings, only 2 earned runs. Great job from him. Just backed out of it. And then 10-3, the bats are going crazy. 9 hits in this game. Chase, 2 earned runs. Brings up Nelson to close out the series. We are going to go into quick manage. And matter of fact, I will also jump into the game at the end, especially for winning, just to see the celebration to go to the World Series. Or I might not. I might save that for the World Series if we can get there and if we can win it. So let's go into this. We'll go with Nelson. Same lineup. And I'll go ahead and show anything crazy that happens. All right. It's time to bring in Cade. Bring in the closer. JJ Weatherhold. We got lefty out of here. Let's close the ball game out, Cade. Fly out. Single. Strike out. Close it out. Send us to the World Series. You got him. You have Trent Grisham. Take care of business. Gosh dang it. Brings up Jackson Holliday. We'll go ahead and change pitchers. Go to Tyler Holton. I believe he's really good against lefties. And his clutch is good too. He flies out. This sends us extra innings. Carson Williams with the walk. Fly out. Single. We're going to go sack fly here. We do get the run in. Try to steal second. And base hit right here. Scores another. Strikeout. We do got a lefty here. We're going to leave Tyler Holton, and then we're going to change pitchers. Lead off double. Not the way to start. I want somebody who's good clutch here. 99 clutch. Can't get much better than that. Porter, welcome to the game. Got the rowdy. Let's get out of this. Fly out. Error. It's not good. Kind of want to go pitch to contact here. Just to try to roll the double play. I think we're going to. We got to fly out. In the ball game. Send us to the World Series, Porter. And he does. Let's go. We are going to the World Series to face either the Tigers or Rangers after we go in and sweep the Miami Marlins. Let's go ahead and sim over to see who we're playing. We are playing the Rangers in the World Series. First things first, let's check out their team. Starting pitchers look pretty solid. After Freddie, we are a little more down, but still a good rotation. The bullpen's okay, nothing special. William Contreras behind the dish. Tristan Cash is first base. Matt McClain. Alec Boehm's injured. Jordan Lawler and Ronald Newtbar. Trying to trade for him last year. His overall has dropped a lot, though. They're absolute demon of a player. Good lord. 99 overall at 23 years old is insane. Oh my, look at who is this? Contact, power, speed, fielding. This guy's amazing. Holy crap. And they have Drew Jones, which, he hasn't developed as much, but he's still there. Yeah, no, this is a nice team. I think our team's still a lot better, though. Let's go ahead. Lineup's still the same. Pitching rotation. It's supposed to be Strider's turn to pitch. I think that's how we're going to go. We're going to go Strider, Jared Jones. We'll move up. We'll go Chase, Nelson. Honestly, he's been pitching good. Leave him there. There's part of me that really wants to put Cam in just in case we do win this World Series. I just don't know who I would send out. All these guys have been really important to the team. So I do hate that Cam's not in here with us. We could take somebody else out like him, but I just don't think so. I hate it for Cam. Yeah, he's still on the team though. Let's go and jump into this. We will do the same thing. We'll send these first 2 and see where we're at. Win-win. Let's go and win this one. Win. Guys, it has been a pleasure doing this series. I have probably 10 or 11 hours of footage over this. I really don't know. I have to check. I'm going to have to go through and cut so much. I'm talking prematurely here, so knock on wood we don't lose it. I'm about to hop into this game for a quick manage. And hopefully we can close out this with a sweep of the World Series. I'm telling you, we just had to get past the division, and then we've been cooking. Let's go ahead and check out this box score. Honestly, we gave up 15 hits, which is crazy, but we had 20 hits. That is crazy. Hunter Goodman, 5 hits. Carson Williams with 5 hits. Hunter Goodman and Carson Williams secured for half of our hits. And the pitching staff, Strider, 6 innings, only 2 runs given up. Cade Smith blew another save. Has not been the best addition for our team. I guess that sent it into extra innings, and we end up taking it in 14 innings to open the series. We go into game 2 after that long game 1. Lars Newbar is also playing good for them. Jacob Wilson comes in with 5 hits, going 5 for 5. Unbelievable. Jared Jones, 5.1 innings, only 2 runs given up. My boy Vinny, Valentin, Bellizo with 1 earned run. Munez comes in, gets the hold. Peter Hodge, and then Tyler Holton comes in and shuts the door on them. We take a 10-3 victory. Forces the game 2 away. It's the only bad part if we win one of these games. I would like to win at home, but I don't want to risk it. Forces game 3 into game 3. Just great hits. 15 hits all the way around. Hunter Goodman, Nolan Gorman, Sal Frelick all with 3. Jacob Wilson with 2. Charlie Condon with 2. Carson and Corbin with 1. For the playoffs, 351, 350, 396, 280, 294, 348, 360, 354. Ethan Holiday is the only one that is struggling. Our 1 through 8 is absolutely cruising right now. And on the mound, Alvaro, 5 innings of 1 hit shutout ball. Bellows with the hold. Munez and Porter Hodge shuts the door on him. Sends us to game 4, where our Rookie of the Year and Cy Young Award winner Nelson Garcia has a chance to close the door. And if we do lose, poetic justice that Chase might get the chance to do it himself as our only remaining Rockies pitcher that is still in this rotation. And then, of course, Strider later back at home with Jared. I hope we take it out right here. If it does go back to Chase, that's really cool, though. Actually, you know what? If his stam's full, just to try to get the sweep and to be Mr. Rocky, let's go ahead and give it to Chase. Give Chase the ball. If we don't get it done, we'll bring up our Cy Young Award winner, but let's give Chase the ball and try to close out this ball game with our last pitcher from the Rockies. We unfortunately don't get it. That's honestly my fault. I was really excited about Chase maybe closing it out and getting the sweep. And, yeah, I kind of forced it, ended up giving up the 2-run shot that ultimately ended up losing this game instead of just taking him out. That is my fault. We'll move on. All right, guys. Let's close it out. We're going to give it to Nelson here. Look at that. 1 through 8's hot. Ethan, get it together, buddy. Need you here.
Ball 4, take your base. You're out. Out.
Dang.
3. Out. You're out. Ball 4, take your base. Out. 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 3. 3. Out. 3. 3. Out. You're out. 3. Out. 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 You're out. 3.
White Langford with the solo shot leads us off that inning and gives us the 1-0 lead.
3. Out.
Ethan Holiday finally gets a hit,
That's ball 4.
and there's a walk. Jacob Wilson has a chance of driving a couple runs here,
3.
and he strikes out.
Out.
Nelson's kind of dealing right now. Drew Jones does get a double.
Out. You're out.
He does get out of it, though.
Out.
And a solo shot from Charlie Condon. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, solo shot because there's a double play ball. A solo shot from Charlie Condon gives us a 2-0 lead.
3.
White Langford strikes out. Nelson Garcia. This would probably be his last inning that I will let him pitch. Don't want to risk the loss.
Out. Out. 3.
It's a great outing from him. 6 shutout innings. Sal Frelick with a single, a walk. Ethan Holiday. Get you an RBI, kid. Or 3. 3-run home run from Ethan Holiday. Breaks this game wide open.
First base.
Hit by pitch. Let's steal that bag.
Out.
Get another run.
Take your base. You're out.
Ground out ends the inning. We were up 5-0. Heck, I could just leave him in another inning if I really wanted to. No, I think 6 innings of shutout ball is great. Now, what do we want to do here? You know what? Bring my boy Vinny in. Strike out or fly out, ground out, ground out. Pitch and change. Let's go Strider. I know this sounds crazy. We're up, it's only 5-0. Putting your starter in that would pitch the next game. It does seem a little wild, but I'm very confident in winning this. So let's go Strider. Well, he got out of it though.
That's ball four. Ball four. Take your base.
Back-to-back walks, huh? Break it open, Jacob.
Ball four. Take your base.
3 straight walks. Hunter Goodman. Wow. Okay. Nolan Gorman. And a strike. I guess I should have went for sack flies. All right, there's another walk and a pop up. We got one more in. Let's go one more pitch and change, and we will go a little bit of redemption for him. Do we bring him in, or do we bring somebody in like Munoz and let it close him out for us? Our first big signing. I think that's what we do. Munoz in to close it. Strikeout. Strikeout. Let's go and jump in for this last one. Guys, it has been a real pleasure doing this series. I really hope y'all enjoyed it.
Welcome if you just joined us, John Shambi and Chris Singleton.
I will definitely be back to. It's the only time I'm going to play. I'm just going to go ahead and close it out right here. Oh, okay. That's about. We'll definitely be doing more. Hold on, I'll explain afterwards. Let's go ahead and win this. The first time in franchise history, the Colorado Rockies are World Series champions. It took, I think, 8 seasons for this rebuild.
Champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown.
I really hope y'all enjoy this video.
Right, it's going to be such an amazing reception when they
I've definitely enjoyed doing this. I'm sure editing it's going to suck. I'd originally planned on having this video out last week, but it took a lot longer to get done than I thought I would. I was really busy. And then, honestly, this week, I don't think it'll be up by Sunday like I want it to be, or at least this Sunday. I will try to get it edited as fast as possible, but I do think it will probably be up next weekend. I will try to do these rebuilds maybe a little bit quicker, a little bit more efficiently moving forward. I think next we'll either go maybe with the Pirates or the White Sox. Maybe the A's and Nationals are an option too, but man, right now I'm just happy about this Colorado team. World Series champions. There they are, man. Your 2033 world champion in Colorado Rockies. First time ever. Nelson Garcia gets the win. Ethan Holiday ended up 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Ethan Holiday finally had a good game. Ended hot. Like I said, next up will probably be either the Pirates or the White Sox. I'm leaning Pirates. I feel like they have a little bit more. It's probably where I'll end up going. The Rockies have won the World Series. We have done it. We have done it. Let's go ahead and check out last thing right here. Hunter Goodman was the World Series MVP, and Carson Williams was the playoff MVP. Sal Frelick, 351 with 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, 395 from Corbin Carroll, 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Gives it to Carson Williams at 333, 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. And then the World Series MVP, Hunter Goodman, batted .500 through the World Series with a home run and 6 RBIs. And you know what? I'm glad it was him. This franchise was built around Hunter, and I'm glad he's the one that got it. Our final look at our team, Jared Jones was this season's, and realistically, our only big blockbuster trade we've really had. Spencer Strider was a signing that we had, for his 4th season with us. He got the job done. Alvaro was basically a rookie at 28 years old, and came in. He did great for us. Chase, hated he missed a lot of the season this year with it being hurt, but he got his ring, and he's been here from the very beginning with the Rockies. And Nelson, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young Award winner. What else can you say about him? Everybody else in here, great prospects. Cam, I hate that he wasn't there to actually win the ring, but played a crucial role over the past few seasons, past 5 seasons, to get us here. Munoz, he was our first big signing. He was our first big signing, and we've had him for 5 seasons. Hunter Goodman has been here since the very beginning, man. Been here since the very beginning. Colorado Rockies for life. Had 11 awards, 5 All-Star appearances, 4 Silver Sluggers, World Series MVP, and a batting title. Charlie Condon, it's been the first couple years waiting to call him up. And then once he got up, man, he stayed up, winning Rookie of the Year, going on, having his best season of his career this year. Don't worry, he's got that Rookie of the Year hardware and now a ring. Ethan Holiday, it took him a little bit longer. He still really hasn't had a great breakout season yet, but I know it's coming, man. This has definitely been his best year. 19 home runs this year, broke double digits, been his best season by far. And another somebody that was already on the Rockies, just took a couple years to get called up. Nolan Gorman, been on the team for, like Munoz, 5 years. And has been great for us, smashed so many home runs. Carson Williams ended up coming in when Tovar left us. I hated the fact that Tovar was not here for that, but for the past 2 seasons, he has batted way better than Tovar could have, honestly, and has been great for us. So definitely thanks to him. And Jacob Wilson, this year's addition from free agency, came in and batted 307 for us. That's what we needed. We needed some more contact. We needed some more base runners. He came in and did that. Wyatt Langford, other than Munoz, was our biggest signing, definitely our biggest signing from the bats, or at least first one, and been with us for 4 years now. And ended up missing most of the season with a huge injury. Come back, get the World Series win. Corbin Carroll was, I guess, our biggest hitter signed, and 303 through 25 this season because he missed his whole half the first season, and then comes it back, gets healthy, and goes 325. This is crazy. And then Sal, after bringing in Wyatt Langford and Sal after Mickey Moniak, and we lost him and Brenton Doyle, was huge. And for the past 4 seasons, has been great. Definitely miss some of the guys. I wish Brenton Doyle could have been there. I wish Mickey Moniak could have been there. One guy I didn't plan on losing I didn't really want to lose was Jordan Beck. Really didn't want to lose him, but it is what it is. Okay. One of my rant right there. Like I said, I'm very happy very happy we won the World Series. Very happy this is over. This took me a long time of recording in between my busy schedule. It's going to probably take me that much longer to edit. But I just want to throw out there, I really appreciate anybody that actually watched all of this and stayed and watched. This is my first rebuild, and I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll try to get better at it and quicker, and hopefully, depending on how the editing goes, hopefully better at that as well with this next one. I do think I will be doing Pittsburgh. I'll probably start that sometime next week and get that up hopefully within the next couple weeks. I'll probably try to stick to Pack a Punch twice a week, and then we'll probably go franchise. I'd like to say weekly, but the way my schedule is, it might be more once every 2 weeks for franchise. Especially with how long it's going to take to probably edit these videos with this much footage. But I really appreciate y'all watching this video. Hey, go Rockies. We got the World Series. I'll make sure each rebuild I keep up with how long it took. This one, I believe, was 8 seasons that it took us. Hopefully everyone's not as long. Thank y'all so much for watching. Peace out.